Yeah, so it's dark to run through them.
It's supposed to be candles, but some of them are broken in transit. The package came from Mexico, 10 candles. That's kind of odd to be sending to a residence. So CBP went ahead and contacted us to see if we would look at the package because it looks suspicious. Gonna break open the wax. This looks weird. It's supposed to just be wax, but this is the inside of it. It's wrapped with either a condom or something. And then you have saran wrap. Let's cut this open. I can smell it.
There you go, right there.
Yeah, crystal. What we're gonna do now is put a little piece in this NIC test kit. Shake it up, let it mix in with the product that's in there. Then the middle one. And then you'll see immediately how it pops blue.
Oh, yeah.
Which gives a positive indicator for methamphetamine. It's approximately 8.2 kilograms.
Meth production has changed a lot. The super meth labs are down in Mexico. They ship it here in liquid, powder. Sometimes it's actually mixed in with diesel, and then they have to separate it out. So you'll still see conversion labs, but they're not actually producing the methamphetamine. They're just separating it out and then making it into that crystal form that they want to see here.
We're gonna repackage it, get it ready for the delivery. We're doing a controlled delivery. We have an undercover that's gonna be delivering our package. We're seeing a huge amount of meth coming into the Atlanta area. We've had large loads come in tractor trailers. We've had shipments coming through the mail. So when we work these kinds of investigations, we're not here to just take off the small supplier. Our objective is to move up the chain and ladder, hopefully get to that top level, maybe a drug trafficking organization or a head of a cartel. All right, let's roll out.
How are you? Is your passport?
This is our bread and butter right here. We nickname it the funnel because you can see everybody walking out. You see all the flights that come through. They have all their bags. You see the exit right there. They're almost home.
I'm gonna check your bags, okay? Come this way. I've been working with Officer Imola for about 3 years. He usually is a hard charger with the passengers. And then I come around and I'm the good cop in this situation. So most of the time it works out. Are you traveling by yourself or with family?
I took this trip by myself.
You only traveled with this bag?
Yes, please.
This is their person of interest from a flight coming in from Lima, Peru. Dígame, le salieron como 5 mensajes, le entraron ahora. Que ponte al lado de ella para que no borre nada. She's coming back after 4 days over there, and I'm interested in knowing what she did exactly since she traveled by herself. And this is her first time out of the United States. You weren't scared to travel to another country?
No, I wasn't scared.
She's a little bit nervous. She's shaking, and she was chewing gum very fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep talking to her and keep checking her bags. During the time that you were in Peru,
Yes.
what were you doing?
Me, Mr. Eli, we went to a bar. Now, I don't remember the name of that bar, period. And, you know, we at the bar, we sit down, and he was telling me things and showing me around and stuff.
Was it you, Eli, and anyone else?
Yes, another musician. And Mr. Eli hired him especially to play with me.
They're coming to perform.
Yes, ma'am. And I've been doing this for over 35 years. And this is a big opportunity.
How many people were at your performance? Would you say approximately?
I had a packed house, and as I come down off the stage, you know how people hold their hand out and give you 5 for the runners? They would pop, pop. People were popping me and giving me 5. They made me feel good.
There's one more part to this
Okay.
inspection. I'm gonna have you sing a song for me.
Really? I sing real hard.
We get a lot of performers traveling through here, so when they tell us they're coming to perform, etc., we ask them to show me their talent, just to make sure they're legitimate.
You really want to hear it now?
Yeah, of course.
I'm loud.
Yeah?
Okay, they gonna hear me. Okay. Hey, y'all! I'm gonna tell you a story or two. You can believe it or not. Don't matter what I forgot the word. Every word I say is true.
This lady had no problem. Obviously, she's a professional. She's been doing it for many years.
Oh, a piece of man. I said a piece of man. Better than nobody else.
You hear people singing back here. You hear people playing the guitar. It's just part of what we do, you know, proving that the story is actually true. All right, Miss Joyce, take care.
Yeah, you're gonna go out that way. You can sing as you go, so everybody can hear you.
Hey, I'm gonna be in the end.
I'm rolling in that way. That's our target location. That's where UC is gonna drop our package off. Said all our guys are getting set up in the area, different roads, so we can come in from different angles if we need to.
All right, surveillance van is at 100%. You ready to rock and roll?
Copy.
Yeah, I think you can go ahead and roll in if you're ready.
All right, UC's moving forward.
All right, van's in the driveway. We won't have visual at the door. All right, so UC's got the door, dogs barking.
Doors open, male individual at the door, accepting the package.
All right, UC's away, walking towards the van, and the package is inside.
You're speaking to somebody in the house, said it's Mama's package.
Oh, okay. I'll relay that. He signed for the package and was talking to somebody else in the house and said, hey, this is your mama's package.
Copy that.
We believe that the man that signed for the package is not the intended recipient, so we're going to maintain surveillance on the house until someone that we believe to be named Mama arrives to pick up the package. And then we have the authorization through the search warrant to go in the house to retrieve the package. But now it's kind of just a waiting game. We got to keep an eye on the door.
Sir, passport?
¿Cuánto dinero está viajando en efectivo? ¿Con cuánto? Dinero en efectivo está viajando. We're doing Santiago, Dominican Republic. We get all types of things in this fight. We get a lot of dope coming from Santiago, overstays, sex trafficking. We get a lot of different things from Santiago.
How you doing, sir? Can I see your passport really quick? Where are you heading to?
Shreveport, Louisiana.
It's home?
Yeah,
All right. Reason for your trip?
vacation.
You coming from where?
5 days.
I said, where are you coming from?
Right now, Dominican Republic.
And your occupation is what?
Well, I'm not working right now.
How long you been unemployed?
Am I being detained?
Being questioned.
Nah, you asked too many questions, bro.
Hang on the wall. Hang by the wall. We stopped an individual, asked him basic questions. He was a little bit bothered, I guess, that he was stopped. I don't really like to entertain that type of attitude.
Can I get your supervisor?
Wall. Yeah, you can get my supervisor, you can get a chief, you can get all you want.
I asked you too many personal questions.
All right. Once he calms down, we'll talk more and we'll ask him more questions.
Senor, passport, please. There you go. Yo, can you not creep up on me, bro? Can you not creep up on me? I'm doing an inspection. You keep coming behind me every time. So dangerous passenger was a little bit hostile. You're trying to get. Well, you're trying to creep up on me, so All right. I had to tell them multiple times to step back a little bit so I could ask for room because you don't know their intentions, so you gotta always watch out. Dale, tenga un día. Igual. What's his story? You gonna take him down just for the attitude? Or?
No. There's a lot of
I'll talk
trips,
to him. He wants to talk to me, but if he doesn't,
A lot
I'll
of
tell him
trips.
straight up.
Look at the strips.
Nah, if he doesn't...
He's asking basic questions. He told me he's unemployed. So my follow-up is, how long you been unemployed? And he shut it down from there. He's like, I don't want to answer.
He felt singled out. So, you know, when somebody doesn't want to answer questions, we feel like they're trying to hide something. And I understand some questions can be personal, but people have to realize when it comes down to national security, you know, sometimes we have to ask some questions a little bit more personal. You want to talk or no? You sure?
That's what I was going to tell you.
You sure you want to talk?
Sure.
All right, you got to understand what we do for work, bro.
Yeah,
All right, you're in the border. The laws here and the laws in the streets are completely different. We do warrantless searches. We can check your body. We can hold you for as long as we want. And I'm not saying that that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. I work cross country. I'm a truck driver, you know, and I deal with you guys a lot, you know, all the time.
Okay.
And, you know, you guys are checking, you know, everything's legal.
So what are we looking for?
I got proper documents, you know.
That's fine. So what are we looking for?
You're looking for contraband for, you know, for any...
We look for narcotics. We look for terrorism.
Yeah.
Right? We look for money laundering. Just because you're a U.S. citizen doesn't mean anything. All right? He doesn't know what you were doing in the Dominican Republic.
So the question he asked me...
They're gonna be personal.
Why I'm not employed. That's personal.
Hey, if you're broke, you don't make money, right?
No.
According to the United States, you don't make money, right?
I'm not employed
I'm
right
out.
now.
You're not employed, so
Right
you
now.
shouldn't be traveling. If you're not making money, you can't travel.
No.
That's it, bro. It's very simple. You don't answer the questions, then he thinks you're hiding something. There's no privacy in national security. It's very simple, bro.
Yeah.
Very simple. All right, let's go.
Come on, man. If you think I'm a criminal, then you wrong. You got people passing through there right now.
We've had incidents where people create chaos for us to not check. To us, that's a sign of deception. But when passengers get irate, sometimes the nice political correct way gets you a long way, and sometimes you have to be a little bit more strong. You got to look at it from our perspective.
Come on, man.
No. Let me talk, and then you can say what you got to say.
Yeah.
All right. All of my inspections,
I know.
I ask
So
people
come on.
questions.
It's funny. This contraband
People
coming right
die.
now, and
How do
you
I know
wasting
you
your
don't have
time
it?
with me.
No. When you don't want to answer questions,
Wait, no.
we can hold
I
you.
answered 5 questions.
Okay.
Where I was coming from.
Okay.
What was my purpose of my
Okay.
trip? I'm on vacation.
Okay.
Where you going? Shreveport, Louisiana. If you look at my passport, you can see how many times I traveled.
Jimmy, bro, I don't know what you're
if
telling
you
me.
want to do a background check, it's so very simple. You can
So
make
let's
it.
go.
We're gonna
Check your bags and do a background check like you're saying. I told you respectfully. Yo, bro, can you go to the side? That's it.
All right.
Respectfully,
Okay.
bro.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know you. Simple.
You look,
Okay.
you look dumb.
Stop calling us dumb first of all, 'cause I don't think you know me.
You don't have to get in my face, my man. You don't have to get in my face.
You're gonna put your hand down.
Relax.
You're gonna to
Relax.
me. You're gonna put your hand down.
Okay.
You understand that?
If you think I'm a criminal, you look,
Okay.
you look dumb.
Stop calling us dumb first of all, 'cause I don't think you know me.
You don't have to get in my face, my man. You don't have to get in my face.
You're gonna put your hand down.
Bro, you getting right in my face, in my
You're
personal
putting
face.
hands. You're calling us dumb.
Okay.
Give me respect, and I'm gonna give you respect like a man. That's
Okay,
what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody actually is passing something
So
through,
tell
and
me what-
you waste your
Cool.
time with me.
So here's what we'll do. We'll pass by. Help me do our job. We'll
Because
pass
simple,
by
because I
immigration.
ain't want to say why I'm not employed.
I don't know.
Really? What you want to be having?
Oh man. Just calm down, bro. It's that simple. It's that
It's
simple.
hard to come down when you're having that attitude. It's hard. Because I understand
Yeah.
why.
Next stop is Station 3. All passengers must
You guys should check my background.
Oh, because I can check your background right
I
now.
got 3 kind of jobs that I've had extensive federal check.
I'm not saying you have any, but we don't know you. The only reason you're here is because you don't want to answer questions, and that's simple.
I say that's a personal question. That's all I say. It's a personal question. I'm not employed. You say you can answer any question, and I'm obligated to answer all.
I never said you're obligated to answer. But if you don't want to answer, then we have to do what we have to do for us to feel satisfied.
Got you.
Just place your back here.
You good to talk or what? Yeah. Good. All right, but so what was the purpose of the trip down there?
Family and vacation.
What family members did you see down there while you were down there?
My cousin.
Where did you stay?
I stay at a hotel
Why don't you stay at their house?
because I went to see some chick.
Where did you meet the chick?
I met her on Instagram a while back on Facebook.
Did you see her on this trip?
Yeah.
So you pretty much went down there to see her.
Yeah.
You see how simple that is, though?
You would have been out the door.
All right, no, listen, you're not the son. I believe you. But you see how simple that would have been.
Yeah.
Had you just, hey, good morning, how you
Well,
doing?
I answered like 5 questions, but when you said why you not employed, I felt like it was personal. But I wasn't thinking about, look, you're unemployed, where you getting money from. Okay, now I see it.
Maybe you took it the wrong way, bro. But
And I never asked you that one, by the way. I asked you how long you've been unemployed.
You asked me how long I was unemployed.
And then that's when
what did I say?
Am I being detained?
I'm sorry about that.
All right, boss.
you're good, right? Have a good one, bro. As inspection progressed, his behavior definitely calmed down. I guess he realized that the attitude wasn't taking him anywhere. We weren't going to stop inspecting him or stop going to the point where we felt comfortable with the inspection. We realized it wasn't narcotics, and his behavior changed, and even was apologetic about the whole thing.
We're headed to a warehouse. This one has a lot of European shipments, South American shipments, a lot of source countries for us for narcotics. So let's see what we can find over here. But take a look at this. Ecuador.
What is that?
I don't know, let's find out. It's like blankets.
Ecuador's a big transit point now for dope coming out from South America. Heroin, cocaine. We used to get stuff in the embroidery of this, inside the lining.
A lot of times what they try to do is nickel and dime. So they'll put little baggies of coke inside little handicrafts. You always got to check, got to cut it open. This one is what it is.
All right, I've seen enough.
Yeah. Comes from Mexico.
Tofu and breads.
Here you got peanuts. Tamales. Looks like a lot of shipments coming from Mexico. Mexico, big source country. Cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, everything.
Meth,
meth, everything. So what they like to do is they like to conceal it inside the food a lot of times. They think it's gonna fool the x-rays, or they think it's gonna fool us. We're not gonna take a look at it. But we take a look at everything. We have to.
Those look like giant cherries.
Those are Chilean apples. Those are bigger, so it's a different fruit.
Nothing.
That is sticky.
It's funny that those are a different color.
We got powder.
What's that?
There's another one.
Now, we're separating the actual contraband itself from the fruit.
I wish they'd chosen something that was less syrupy. They think we're not going to get our hands dirty.
What do you got there?
I have 7.
This one has, 7.
What we'll do now, we're going to use our Gemini machine to just confirm. There you go. It's cocaine hydrochloride.
Yeah, wait on this.
You're right. .391 kilograms.
I mean, they were not greedy at all.
Not at all.
We have to dig through all this food to get a small load.
And that's what we've been seeing more and more, smaller amounts. I think they're testing out different concealments and see what they can get through. They don't want to lose a big shipment.
Now, we're going to notify HSI. They're ultimately going to take possession of the narcotics themselves.
And they may do a controlled delivery to find who this was going to, and then perhaps develop a case from this. At the end of the day, it's about disbanding these drug trafficking organizations.
This shipment here, this is just one of those 300 or 400 that come in multiple times a day. Let's see what else they got.
We've been sitting outside this residence for several hours now, waiting for somebody named Mama. If Mama comes to pick up the package, we plan to follow her vehicle in hopes of seeing her either pass the package off to someone else or take it directly to a residence.
I got a car that just flew past our house and then hit reverse and backed up, and it stopped in its driveway from what I can tell. Driver getting out.
Looks like a male. All right, so possibly a heavyset male got out of the Explorer and is walking inside. I thought it was gonna be a woman. That's weird. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe she's female. That might be Mama.
The front door is open, but I can't really see who it is or what they're doing.
She's walking back out right now with a box.
Box seems to be moving.
It's go time. She's walking back out right now with a box.
Box seems to be moving.
It's go time. Can't see. That might be Mama.
Come in. Dark color Ford Expedition. Only one working backlight.
A dark-colored Ford pulled into our target house, and I could see that he had a box in his hand.
The gas station right there.
So we are doing mobile surveillance right now, following that vehicle. Prepares you to get some gas. We want to keep that down a little bit. And just get some gas. Oh, it is a female. That must be Mama. Mama, yes. It is Mama. I'm in the gas station at a gas pump, so I'll let you know when she pulls out. There's a couple of winners firing up a joint right there. That's another good part of the job. I mean, start smoking weed right next to us. We see exchanges at other locations. We're sitting at watching something else. We're like, I can't really do anything with this. All right, she's coming. She's in the bar. All right, here we go. Let's see where she's headed next.
We're waiting for Georgetown, Guyana. It's one of our countries of interest, specifically for cocaine passport. We have a person of interest in this site. We have many questions for this person, specifically travel history, profession, whether they can afford the travels. We're gonna speak to a few individuals, hopefully identify the person we're looking for, and verify that he's a legitimate traveler.
Sir, passport, please. Passport. How you doing?
How are you?
You live here in Miami?
Yes.
Traveling by yourself? Yep. All right, man. Have a good one. Take care.
That's him. Good morning, passport. How are you? You live here? You live in Guyana?
Guyana.
You going to New York?
Yeah.
For what purpose?
Vacation.
Who lives in New York?
My friend.
Okay. And who bought your ticket for this trip?
My body is next week.
Guyana, for us, has a history of travelers that come through Miami and transit to New York because cocaine is more expensive in New York. Who lives with you in Guyana, in your home?
My wife.
He has a wife, he has his family back home, yet he's traveling by himself to visit a friend. And usually we don't see that often coming from other countries. How much money are you bringing in?
I bring 9,800.
What's your profession?
Mechanic.
Marketing?
Mechanic.
Mechanic. Vehicle mechanic. I'm gonna take a look at your bags, okay? How many more bags do you have?
One more.
Okay, bring your things. It doesn't seem like a legitimate traveler. He stated that he's bringing $9,000 for his trip, and his friend purchased his ticket. Normally, if you bring in $9,000, you're gonna purchase your own ticket, you're gonna cover your own stay. So I'm gonna go ahead and check his bags to see if his purpose to visit the United States is exactly what he's telling me.
My father was customs here 32 years, so from the get-go, it's all I wanted to do. You know, is find drugs, find this, find that. I can't stop looking.
I'm looking for items that are dense. 90% of what we're gonna get is food. It's gifts from home. Sometimes it's a case of grandma's cooking tastes better than any other cook. But you still have to check. I'm wondering what that is. Everything's too dense. I do not want to clear the shipment without actually doing a visual inspection and seeing what it is. This one here? Yeah, this is it. Crack it open.
We're just going through food, opening your containers, and hopefully we get lucky. Boss, I think I got something here. Boss, I think I got something here. I don't think it looks like
That's
tamale.
definitely suspect. I'll grab everything. We got some test kits in there, and we'll take a good look.
They put contraband inside these large Tupperwares. If you take a look at it without opening it and inspecting it, it'll just look like tamales. Maybe the person inspecting will just let it go thinking it's food.
All right, go. We'll start off with those and we'll test them. With the brown tape on them. You know you got something.
I don't think these are the tamales I ordered. You get a test kit, and we'll see what type of drug it is. So when I pop it, it should turn to this almost like a beige color. And as you can see,
We're looking at a good amount of heroin. I would say at least 4 pounds, maybe more, upwards of 5 pounds. When we get back to the office, we have other equipment that we're gonna utilize to test it. We're also gonna go through each package individually because there are times when you get mixed loads, you'll get heroin and cocaine in the same packages. But we won't know till we get back to the office and process it.
Officer Pupo stopped a passenger coming from Guyana. He said he's a mechanic, traveling with $9,800, going to New York, Guyana to New York. It's a really trendy route for narcotic traffickers. Bring your bag over there. Do me a favor, take off the jacket. Until when are you gonna stay in the U.S.?
I'm going on New Year's Day.
New Year's Day? What's the purpose of the trip?
I have a body shop.
You have a body shop?
Body shop.
Okay,
So
and
I really come to buy a chassis machine.
where are you buying the chassis machine at?
Well, I gotta look around.
Okay. And how are you gonna take it back?
I put some on plate.
He initially told Officer Pupo he was coming to visit his friend for his birthday, I believe, and now he's saying that he's coming to buy auto parts for his shop back home. That's a pretty expensive trip just for some materials for his job. What's your name?
Krishna.
Huh?
Krishna.
Who's Shahid?
It's a friend.
It's a friend?
Yeah.
That's the person who bought your ticket?
Yeah.
All right, so why are you bringing him the money? I know that money belongs to him.
It's my money.
If you have $9,800, there's no reason why another man should pay for your ticket.
Sir, whose phones are these?
Because this phone go to Guyana.
Which phone? There's like 8 phones.
A friend asked me to drop it back for him.
A friend. These are all your friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Why doesn't he bring it himself? He's bringing 10 phones. The majority of the phones are brand new. He stated they're not his. He doesn't have a receipt of purchase. He has nothing. He's just bringing them into the United States.
When was the last time you were here?
2 years back.
2 years back. And how long were you here in the U.S.?
5 months.
5 months exactly? He's bringing a lot of money. He's a mechanic. He's all over the place. A lot of behavior. So we're trying to figure out the money's his. What's up with the phones? If last time he was here, he was working here, living here. Trying to figure it out.
Let me explain something to you. When you bring something to the United States in this quantity and the items are new, that's considered commercial merchandise. You're supposed to bring this with a formal entry. You're supposed to have a broker representing you when you come in.
We have the authority to check every traveling passenger's electronics, and that's going to give you the truth of a passenger story. Usually it's our make or break. So let me ask you a question. So where was this at? That was in New York? Yeah. If a passenger is telling us something and we check the phone and the phone says otherwise, well, the story's not the truth, the phone is. So what kind of work were you doing there?
No, me work.
I have pictures of you working. So if you want, if you want to play this game, we can play it all day. All right? I'm telling you that I see it in the phone. So now I'm giving you an opportunity to be honest with us. You've been lying the whole time. I'm giving you the opportunity to be honest.
Well, on the weekend, I just go and help a friend.
No, you worked here last time. You're coming to do the same thing again. The phones don't belong to you. The money doesn't belong to you. So either you start squaring everything away for us, or I'm gonna take the money, take the phones, and you're probably not gonna come into the United States.
Where is he at? She just turned into Compartments. She's continuing towards the back of the complex, building 15. Female getting out, nothing in her hands, going in the apartment.
All right, Steve, we're in position.
Okay, we'll be in there shortly.
Yeah, so that building straight out in front of us. That's Mama's expedition right in front of it. So we followed the female from the target location and she pulled into an apartment complex, but right now she still has the package in her car. So it looks like our guys are gonna actually approach the apartment and see if they can make contact with the female that picked up the package. Oh, door's open. Four of our agents made contact with the female at the door, and pretty quickly she allowed them to come inside. So it looks like maybe she's cooperating. I'm sure they're talking to her to see if the package was hers or if the package belonged to somebody else. And they're coming out.
The lady in the apartment, she stated that she did not know what was in the box, but she knows this Hispanic male is supposed to come pick up the box. She's agreed to work with us and hand off the box to this next person. We need to be set up on her car, and once he comes and picks up the box, then we'll get him.
All right, that's it.
This is just our seizure room where anytime we get any type of seizure, we bring it down here, do our processing. I'm gonna test it again, and we're gonna use our machine called the Gemini to verify that it is heroin.
The Gemini thermoscientific unit is basically what the scientists call a spectrum analyzer. It gives a readout of exactly what the chemical compound is and what percentage.
This package is testing positive for fentanyl.
Fentanyl?
7%.
7% fentanyl. There's been a change to what we found. There's an additional discovery of fentanyl in the product. Basically, the heroin has been mixed or cut, and fentanyl is basically a drug that could be 50, 100 times or more potent than heroin. So that is added to the mix to give it an extra kick. If it's the same kind of mix with the fentanyl in it, separate those and...
Oh, we're already separated.
All right. We thought we started with a couple of $100,000 of heroin. We're now looking at $800,000 with that fentanyl in it. Someone is definitely going to be very upset that we've seized this. It's a culmination of a lot of hard work and dedication on the part of these officers and agents, because this doesn't just stop here. It's going to continue on with HSI, and they're going to move forward with this, hopefully turn this into a very good investigation.
We're waiting on a mail to come and pick up the package. Mom explained that he's going to arrive and just retrieve the package from her trunk. Anticipated time was about 8 p.m. tonight to pick this package up. We've got undercover agents scattered around the complex. We have uniformed patrol standing by. That's where we're at right now, just kind of sitting and waiting. Blue passenger car coming down your way. I couldn't tell what brand, but it's dark blue. Yeah, it cut its lights off when it got right to her car. I think it's backing in now. Yeah, it's backing right up next to her vehicle. Then I've also got a white Charger coming in.
So it looks like it may be a Kia. It backed up on the driver's side, now it's backing up on the passenger side of the target vehicle.
The male got out of the blue vehicle. Red ball cap, dark jacket.
Yeah, this could be our target from the pictures we had. He's going right to the door, leaning in to get the package.
Now he's got the package in his hand, walking back to his car, and now he's pulling out. All right, the vehicle is passing us, headed towards the exit. All right, here we go. So he's headed straight, correct? He may be going to a stash house.
Passing exit 233, still far right.
So he's just making a loop. Basically, he's trying to see if anybody's following him, which we are.
Go ahead and get the blue lights on.
It's go time. So he's just probably making a loop. Basically, he's trying to see if anybody's following him, which we are.
Go ahead and get the blue lights on.
It's go time.
He stopped.
With taking this one person into custody, we were able to seize approximately 8 kilograms of methamphetamine. It's a huge epidemic, so for us to take 1 kilo off or 300 kilos off is huge to us because we feel like we're saving lives. But there's still a train or a plane or a bus that's bringing more and more across. So from here, we just move on to the next one.
If you want to play the scam, we can play it all day, all right? I don't need to prove to you anything. You need to prove it to me. When we checked his phone, we saw some pictures while on his previous trip in the United States depicting that he was engaging in unauthorized employment. So as of right now, we don't think it's narcotics related. We're heading more towards a possible illegal immigration. You worked here last time. You're coming to do the same thing again. That money doesn't belong to you. Just somebody else bought you a ticket. It's very simple, bro. It's very easy. Okay. That's what you want to say. You sure you want to go with that? Okay, so let's do a pat down on him and go from there. I gave you an opportunity, brother. So pack your stuff, all right? Let's go to this other room. You look like a courier. The phones probably belong to the guy who bought his ticket as well as the money. It's probably the same person that is offering him a job here. So we're gonna do a more in-depth inspection in the room to see what his true intent in the United States is. Sit down, take a seat, take a seat, take a seat. Do me a favor, let me get your shoes.
He's getting searched right now in his body just to make sure that he's not bringing more currency on him or any type of commercial merchandise on him.
That's all the money, right? He's done in your pocket.
If you're bringing money for somebody else into the United States, we want to know who the person is and why they're not bringing it in themselves.
You can pack that stuff. You can put it all away. Yo, my suggestion is you be honest. We see you stay here a week shy of the 6 months. I know you were working. What were you doing? Look, you can lie to us, or you can take a risk and be honest with us, and then we decide what we're gonna do. Where are you working? Yes. Okay. Asked him a few routine questions, and he admitted that last time he was here, he worked at a body shop in New York, yeah. 8 to 7 at night. He's making $500 a week. $500 a week. Wow. Yep, slave work. 90 hundreds, 650s, 2420s. I mean, you look at it, somebody in that kind of field probably should be making anywhere between $20, $25. If the guy's making $8 an hour, working hard labor, no insurance, no benefits. It's a lose-lose for the citizens here and for him, you know, working hard for pennies.
Okay, bring your things. Since he admitted to us that he did work in his previous trip, unfortunately, we're not gonna allow him to enter the United States. He's gonna get sent back to his home country and his visa's gonna get canceled.
All right, put your bags in the corner over there.
We see this all the time. We got passengers who come here to the United States to look for more opportunity, to make money to take back to their families. But at the end of the day, if we allow these people to come in and take the jobs and opportunities from our own citizens, then we're not really doing our job.
Our personal opinions have no bearing on a passenger being allowed in or out of the country. My job isn't to judge people. It's making sure that anything illegal is not coming into the United States.
Everybody seems to like this one. Right now, we're waiting for a plane to arrive from the Dominican Republic. We have a person of interest on that flight. We will be IDing her as she steps out of the jetway. Oh, here we go. Have your passports out, please.
Thank you.
Right there.
Here? Okay. Are you traveling alone? Yeah. All right. Do you have any bags? No, I just ouch. Oh. The carry-on is under there, so no. Okay. When she came off the plane, the passenger kind of bumped her right leg. She starts acting like something was hurting her, but the brace, I noticed, was in her left leg. That was kind of off. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You want me to go or you want to go?
You go.
We'll follow her through immigration, and we will see what her story is. We're going to look into her reason for travel, why she was there, where she's going when she's here, who she's meeting, just to see if there's a connection.
Step in, use the machine with the green light. Step in, please. All the way in.
When she came up to you, she bumped her leg, right?
Someone bumped her leg.
And she went into...
And she's like, ah.
Yeah, see, I told you, right?
It's gonna be very dramatic.
Yeah. So just be prepared, all right?
I'll be on the representative to passport control. I'll be on the representative to passport.
She is definitely peeking around.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, she's looking.
She don't have any bags.
See, I like that right there. No bags. That just raises so many red flags to me. I'm gonna fall back. I'll wait over there, all right? This way it doesn't appear like we're ganging up on her.
Excuse me, ma'am, where are you arriving from today? Where are you arriving from today? You coming from Mexico? Sí. Okay, gracias. Gracias.
¿Esta es la única maleta que tienes?
Sí, y la mochila.
Okay.
Meth is a hot topic here at our airport. We have seen a big uprise of meth, mostly from the southern borders coming up, but it is coming in, and it is a problem. You know, we got teams out there roving every day.
¿Tiene pasaporte peruano con usted ahí?
You know, it's a game out here, but our job is to locate, detect, and to seize.
I'm gonna say in the last 3 or 4 months, we've got 3,000 to 4,000 pounds of meth. This is what they call a shard. That's just pure crystal methamphetamine. Kind of looks like the little shards Superman put in to create his cave and stuff. There's multiple cartels that are working in the metro Atlanta area. I mean, it really seems like meth is flooding the market.
Homeland Security Investigations is the investigative department for Homeland Security. We handle drugs, money laundering, immigration violations. I'm over our drug group here in Atlanta, the OCDF Strike Force Group. We have all sorts of task force officers. They're local, city, county, and state officers that are assigned to HSI. They work cases just like our agents do.
All right, so today we're gonna do an operation. We've got very, very limited information. We know that there's a drug transaction that's supposed to be going on somewhere in the Cumberland area. All that we really know right now is that there's a female bringing a large quantity of possibly methamphetamine. One of our undercover officers has been in touch with the target and is acting as a buyer. The undercover officer plans to meet the target somewhere in a strip mall in the area around the interstate, but there's no exact location yet. We're just gonna set up surveillance around the Home Depot area. There is a Panera Bread, and then we're also gonna set up people over here so we can have somebody with eyes here, maybe even looking down or just watching that strip mall area. We do have the troopers here that will try to initiate a stop. In the event that the female takes off and runs for whatever reason when the troopers light her up with the blue lights, we'll let the troopers handle that, but you know, our uniform guys can slowly tail behind just in case there's another incident or whatever. But that's all I have right now, so we're gonna go ahead and get out into the area and see what we can come up with. Any questions? Okay.
Good morning, ma'am. Passport? Oh, hey. How are you today? Fine. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm just looking for the bathroom.
Okay, no problem. Where are you coming from today? Okay, just follow me this way. You have all your bags with you?
Yeah, I just got a carry-on.
Okay. She has a carry-on.
All right. You want me to check while you question?
Yeah, that's fine. This is your bag, correct?
Like your glasses. Are they prescription?
They're about to be.
Are they?
Off the stand.
They're so big, it looks like you're gonna need windshield wipers on them if you ever go out in the rain, right?
They're high fashion.
They are, right?
Okay, ma'am. Everything's yours?
Yeah.
You packed it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any food, alcohol, tobacco?
I might have some M&Ms in there. I might have left them. I think I left them.
Okay.
There they are.
What was the purpose of your trip?
My doctor to get my injection in my knee.
What are the injections for?
I have arthritis in my knee, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper over there than over here.
What kind of shot did you get? Did they tell you?
It's called the, oh my God. It just slipped my mind. I know the name of it, but it just slipped my mind.
And I heard you mention to the officer that it's cheaper down there. So then what insurance did you use to go down to the Dominican Republic to get your knee looked at?
I didn't use insurance to go to the Dominican Republic.
All right, let's stop right there for a minute. You paid out of pocket for your... Now, why would you do that? How could it possibly be cheaper? Did you even bother to check to see if a cortisone shot is covered by your insurance here? I can guarantee that a cortisone shot is going to be covered by insurance. 100%. We're skeptical, okay? In general, a cortisone shot is very cheap. There is no reason to go down to the Dominican Republic for one. How much did you pay for your airfare to travel down to the Dominican Republic?
I didn't pay for my airfare.
Who paid for your airfare?
My sugar daddy was over there.
How long have you been with him?
6 months since I've been doing.
So you met him in Dominican Republic or you met him here? Has he ever been to the United States?
No.
So he paid for your ticket?
It just makes no sense, so.
I feel like he's not believing anything that I'm saying.
We're just trying to get your story straight, you understand? Okay, we're just gonna put your stuff back in your bag, okay? And then we're gonna ask you a few more questions in the back.
We're not here to delve into somebody's personal life, but we feel right now that the sugar daddy had her go down there for another reason.
Anybody copy? We'll let you know when everybody's in place, and then you can place the call. We're parked at the Panera Bread right now.
All right, I'm set up at the Home Depot. All right, cool. So I'll be waiting for the phone call in about 30 seconds.
The UC is gonna give out this location so that we can hopefully see the female pull in.
She's about to be meeting up with another male because he was hungry or she was hungry. And she's supposed to meet up with another person. She'll grab the shirt and then immediately head over.
Said that she was picking up the shirts, which is drug lingo for probably the drugs. Hopefully she'll pick those up rather quickly and then be headed this way. We're just waiting on somebody to show up. We don't really know what we're looking for. We have very, very limited information on this other than it's a female. It kind of puts, you know, everybody that's out here a little bit more on edge and a little bit more alert, because you don't know if one car's coming up with the drugs in it and another car's following, or vice versa, or if they're actually coming up here to try to rip the guy of the money by just stealing the money from him. And, you know, you could have anything from a shootout go on or a car chase or whatever. But You know, everybody's prepared. We've all done these things multiple times and stuff, and you know, we just plan to expect the unknown.
Are you able to stand up?
For a hot second, yeah.
The passenger, her story was that she claimed to have gone down to the Dominican Republic for treatment on her knee. It certainly seems that her story is fabricated.
Want to peek through her purse?
She will be brought into a private room for a pat down.
So what we're gonna do? You have to
Okay, just take the wheelchair. Yeah, that's fine. You can push it off.
Why is it a problem with me going to the... There's no problem.
She's requesting to use the ladies' room. Passenger can attempt to smuggle narcotics into the United States on the body or in the body.
We gotta take her to the bathroom, but we have to,
I'll go inside with her. That's fine, but please, thank you.
So we prep the ladies' room to prevent anything that might be inside. If she did insert anything, to be flushed down the toilet.
Can I ask you a question? What is this routine? What is going on?
Yeah, we'll take you into the room. We'll talk. Just give him a second.
don't flush the toilet, just pee right there.
I'm so nervous now. Why?
Don't be nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Take your time.
What did they go to in Colombia?
Speak English? Go ahead and raise the glasses for me.
So we're here at another gate waiting for another flight coming from Colombia. Pasaporte, por favor. Colombia, we still find a lot of passengers bringing in illegal drugs. So we're talking to a lot of people today. Últimamente estamos encontrando muchos jovencitos viniendo de Colombia trayendo cosas ilegales. Sí, okay. We're gonna get them to identify their luggage, talk to them, see what we find, and then work with the other units for different things. We have a lot of problems with human trafficking for sex, so we're looking for that. And every other thing that we could find, so we got a couple of detentions right now.
First time in Colombia?
No, I was actually there exactly a year ago.
Okay, I'm gonna check the bag with you, all right?
I just pulled over a gentleman who was extremely nervous when I started talking to him, very fidgety. There's something here he obviously doesn't want me to look at.
How often do you go down to Colombia?
I was only there for the first time last year.
Okay, what do you have, a friend down there?
Yeah, I saw him again this year.
Male friend or girlfriend?
It's a male friend.
Male?
Yeah, I met when I was vacationing in Cartagena.
Okay, so this is your second trip?
Second trip, but I went to Medellin this time.
Now, how old is he?
He's about 35.
35? How old is he?
He's in his 20s, actually. I think I
Come on, man, you told me 30s, now you're telling me 20s?
I know.
It's okay, I mean, how old is he?
He's 21.
He's 21?
He'll be 22 December the 31st. He's one of those lucky New Year's Eve babies. And I met his family too.
Where did you stay while you were down there?
With him.
At his house?
Apartment, yeah.
You're married?
Huh?
Are you married?
No, I just wear it.
You just wear the
I
ring?
was married at one time, yes.
You just wear the ring to wear it?
Yeah, I just wear it.
Something is going on. We just don't know what yet.
Is there a reason why you're a little bit nervous?
Probably
You can-
tired as anything.
Huh?
I had a 6 a.m. flight. I didn't even go to sleep until about 8:30.
Okay.
A lot of the times we have passengers who lie because of their personal lives, and they think that we're gonna judge them, or they think that we're not gonna allow them in because of a personal problem like that. So that's when we have to learn to separate to see if the person's actually nervous because he might have two separate lives, or if he's actually coming in to bring narcotics or, you know, something illegal here in the United States.
So what kind of stuff did you do while you were in Colombia?
Actually, we didn't do much. Stayed mostly at his apartment. That was it.
Is he like your boyfriend or something? I mean, if it is, it's okay. I mean...
It is.
So he's your boyfriend?
Yes. Right, yeah, we're waiting on the visa to go through. K1 visa.
Oh, so you're gonna get married?
Correct, that's what this is for.
Oh, okay.
So why did you just say that?
You could have just said
She asked if I was married. I have to tell the truth. I'm technically not married. I was one time.
Typical case is something that we see every single day. Passengers lying to us for personal reasons, but at the end of the day, you know, we don't think it's anything harmful in essence. We don't think it's any type of threat. We just let them go, you know? Have a good one. Keep going. Next flight, next passengers. How it is.
She says, all right, the real reason I went down there is to see my sugar daddy. It's because I told her, I said, you paid $1,500 for airfare to go down there to save $75 on a cortisone shot? Complete.
It's like I can't even pee right now.
She didn't?
It's dry.
Unless they flushed it. I didn't hear
there's
it.
a bag in here.
It's still the way it is?
Yeah, it's dry.
All right.
Initially, when she said she had to pee, she was acting like she couldn't hold it. So she sits down on the toilet, and we waited, and she did not pee. So that's when the little spidey senses started kicking in.
Are you okay? I'm like scared to pee right now. Like,
That's all right.
Because this has never happened to me before. It's making me so nervous.
Okay, no need to be nervous. We're just gonna pat you down.
Okay? You don't have to be nervous.
You're sobbing. She doesn't understand why she's...
She's crying? Oh, no.
I'm right here.
She passed out. Call 911, get EMS here, please. Get them into the pat-down room.
Keep your eyes open.
When we get to the pat-down room, we're like, okay, just lift your hands up, and we will pat you down like that. One of the officers got to touch here, in her right breast. That's when she just fell.
EMS is on its way.
She slowly fell, so she first sat down and then fell back. So it was very Hollywoodish. You gotta keep talking. We have to know that you're okay.
First, we wanted to make sure that nothing was really wrong with her and she was not in really a lot of pain.
You know what day of the week it is?
Friday.
She knew she had been caught in a lie, and she realized that this is not going to work.
What medications do you take? What are these medications for?
High blood pressure, diabetes. I'm feeling lightheaded.
Okay. Well, we'll have an EMT. They're going to come here and take a look at you. But just so you know, going to the hospital, you're not going to circumvent this inspection. The inspection will continue in the hospital. We'll escort you to the hospital. We'll finish the inspection, and then you'll be released.
Okay.
So you sure you want to go to the hospital, right? Okay.
In my mind, she's thinking that EMS will come here, they'll take me, I'll avoid being inspected by Customs and Border Protection, and whatever it is I have, I'll be outside of their reach, and nobody will find it.
I don't know why she thinks that going to the hospital is going to save her. Yeah.
No matter what happens here, she is not going to avoid this customs inspection being taken to completion.
All right, why don't you sit up? The officer will help you sit up.
Go ahead, 1, 2. Why don't you lean up against the wall? Yeah, in town, so.
Just tell us what you're hiding. I'll help you out. Cooperate. This is what I told you from the beginning. Cooperate. Let's stop with the fainting. We know what's there.
Hey, the call's been made. Yeah, okay, copy.
Yeah, so the call's been made, so we're just waiting to see if we get an update.
All right, just an update. She called me back, and she told me to meet up with another person at 12. She told me she's in a white construction van. In a white construction van.
You guys have a vehicle? No, I don't.
Okay, yeah, this might be the van. It's turning around.
Yeah, I got eyes on it.
Yeah, this is it. Did she pick up somebody?
Male driving it.
Yeah, that'll be our van. It's pulling in the Panera right now.
Pulling in a parking spot at the rear.
Yeah, I'm across the street right now. The occupants are out of the vehicle, walking into Panera Bread. He's a skinny male with a blue jacket, female dressed in black with black pants and a black sweatshirt.
There it is right there.
You guys have a vehicle?
Yeah, we do.
Stand by. I'm going to confirm she got the shirt.
Hopefully she'll get back out on the road and we get her stopped.
Okay.
You sure there's nothing inside your body? Because at this point, your health is my #1 concern. If it's in there, you can die from it if it opens up. It happens all the time. I had someone die on me last week. So tell me now, is there anything inside your vagina? Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen. All right, so what did he make you do?
He made me bring this stuff. He said he was going to kill me if I didn't do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you stand up. I'm gonna take those handcuffs off, and if you can remove it, remove it. If not, we will take you to a medical facility. Let's get this out of your body, because it's dangerous. They're trying to see if she can remove it herself, because her blood pressure's high, she's diabetic.
The two female officers stood her back up, and sure enough, on her body was 3 or 4 balloons of cocaine. She had them in her bra, and she also admitted to having at least 2 in her vagina.
Oh, you can smell it. Stuff is strong. Ooh.
Boom. Cocaine hydrochloride, yeah.
Very nice job.
She still has one inside. She can't take it out.
She was only able to extract 1 of the balloons. She admits to having at least 1 more in there.
You're gonna go to the hospital, and they're gonna do an X-ray.
The other balloon or balloons that remain inside her will be extracted when we get to the hospital.
How are you? Let me see your passport. Good morning.
You know, some days you come across weird stories. Also, you come up for the first time to live. But every time I feel like I've seen it all, I come across something completely different.
Okay, ¿vas a revisarlo? Ven por aquí.
So you were in Bogota?
Yes.
How long were you down there for?
2 weeks. Yes.
You speak Spanish?
Yes.
Mejor hablo español?
No, sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Only a few words, but learned a little.
Okay, and where did you stay while you were down there?
Hotel. In a hotel.
Okay, what hotel?
Yes.
What hotel?
Yes.
What do you do for work?
I'm a freelance journalist.
Journalist? You're a little bit nervous. That's why I stopped you. Why are you so nervous?
I slept very little last night, so I'm not feeling very sharp now.
Okay. The passenger stuck out. He's sweating. Could be nervous for multiple reasons, possibly the language barrier, or maybe what he wants to go do down in Colombia. Why Colombia?
Meeting friends, as I said.
Friends?
Yes.
How did you meet your friends in Colombia?
I have met some interesting people on the internet.
Through the internet?
Yes.
So what, girls?
Well, a lady.
Is she your girlfriend? What is she?
Yes.
And how did you meet her? On what website?
Facebook.
Facebook?
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. So you met her on like a sex chat?
What?
Your girlfriend?
No.
You sure?
Yes, I am.
I'm giving you the opportunity to be honest with me. I won't. What is that?
It's some sort of...
It's all right. Calm down. Just relax.
Yes, I try. Well, plastic, basically.
Yeah, but for what?
A sheet.
A sheet? What does that do? Why would you put that on the bed?
Not to mess the bed, to keep the bed clean. Well, plastic, basically.
Yeah, but for what?
A sheet.
A sheet? Why would you put that on the bed?
To keep the bed clean.
This is yours?
Yes.
Mira, aquí.
Oh, wow. So what is this for? This guy had a lot of sex toys, masks, some weird black bag. He says it's to be cleaned. Yeah, you go prepared, huh? So you're going over there for sex?
Yes.
Only sex?
Yes.
I mean, I don't wear this, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So why did you take the laptop to Colombia?
For writing, and I have a connection to home and so on.
We do encounter a lot of cases of individuals who travel specifically to Colombia for sex tourism. Even though it is legal and regulated, that does not deter us CBP officers from inspecting individuals and making sure that there's no type of sex trafficking, no type of child pornography involved in the acts that they're going to do to Colombia.
You're making me a little bit nervous, man. When I have passengers that get me nervous, I have to verify what they were doing abroad.
Please be careful.
What? What is this? What do you have in here?
Hard disk.
Why are you traveling with hard drives?
I save my pictures in 2 places, and so I have 2 hard drives.
You have a lot of pictures? You took a lot of pictures?
There are some pictures, yes.
All right. I'm gonna check the pictures in a little bit, okay? We have the authority to check every traveling passenger's electronics. Sometimes you get messages, pictures, so you kind of have more of an idea of what kind of passenger we have. Listen, man, I need you to calm down, okay? I have to check everything because you admitted to me that you went over there for sex tourism. So now, am I gonna find anything that is questionable of young people? Is there?
There are no sexual material about.
No kids? No. Sometimes it takes more digging through stuff to kind of get a whole grasp of an understanding of this trip. I'm gonna check his laptop, check all his electronic devices, and find out the truth.
This lady needs medical attention. She was smuggling cocaine. She has admitted to having a balloon of cocaine inside of her, which, if burst, could be life-threatening. All right, so you do know that one of you, obviously a female, is going to have to go in the room. Because once the narcotics comes out, cannot be handled by anyone other than us.
Yes.
All right, go out. I'll be right there. As of right now, at this very moment, she is going in for a CAT scan. It has to be determined where it is, and then the doctors have to figure out how to get it out. In the grand scheme of things, we certainly don't want anybody to get hurt. She is on a clock if something is packed poorly, so it's imperative that it comes out.
So we've got our white work van with a couple ladders on top. Male and female driver, they got out, walked into this business.
Sure, they're coming back out, walking back towards the van. They're backing out of the spot.
Right, target vehicle's going mobile.
I think the droids are in the van.
Let's move.
He's gonna come out right here, so watch your camera. Put it down. Put it down a little bit. Think he knows it's Home Depot now?
Yes, told her I'm at a parking lot. It's Home Depot in the U.S. We'll go any part of Detention.
All right, he just made a right on this road behind Panera.
They're making a U-turn probably.
There it is right there.
Target vehicle making a right towards Home Depot.
Troopers right behind them.
They're gonna go ahead and kill the blue lights on. Passenger's digging in the front of the van.
She keeps reaching around in the center console. Looks like she's tried to get something out. Maybe a handgun.
They're gonna go ahead and kill the blue lights on. Passenger's digging in the front of the van.
She keeps reaching around in the center console. Looks like she's tried to get something out. Maybe a handgun.
All right, GSP has a driver out of the vehicle. Female's in custody.
That's our girl. She just got blonde hair. She does not look happy, though.
They did just find a handgun.
The gun was right there in the center.
Was it loaded or no?
Yeah, it was loaded.
Oh, it was. There was a loaded .38 caliber pistol located in the center console.
¿Por qué tiene una pistola, señora? Es más grande problemas. ¿En serio? Con las drogas. No ha matado a nadie. Well.
All right, so he's running the dog on him right now on the van. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so the dog alerted on that back side door there.
Oh, I see a box on the ground in the back. So it looks like they found it. I mean, there's 20 packages, so just depending on how much they weigh out, I think we're probably going to be close to 25 kilos. So we're taking the female passenger and the driver to jail.
You want him on this side?
They'll be charged with trafficking, and then the male will have some firearms charges as well. Everybody did what they were supposed to do. You know, it went as fluid as it could have, and you know, we took a large quantity of methamphetamine off the street. Right now, we're just going down to the precinct. I'll see if about getting a test kit. We'll test the drugs, see if it's methamphetamine. Very good for law enforcement today, and not so good for the bad guys.
The foreign object, it was not coming out at all.
And it hardened.
Okay.
The moisture of the vagina seeped in through the bag
Okay.
and hardened the cocaine. The doctors, they couldn't take it out.
there is still a balloon there. The longer it stays in her, the greater the risk. That is where we stand at the moment. So now all we're doing is waiting. Wait. Nicole said the doctor was able to extract the last balloon from her. They've been in touch with Terminal 4, so everything is good. So I'm just waiting for R2 to come out, then we'll be on our way back.
All right, so I'm gonna take these hard drives too, all right? You have the same pictures here?
No, there are more.
So what kind of material am I gonna find? Is there gonna be anything bad?
No.
Okay. Wanna lock the computer?
For us, there's a fine line between sex tourism and child pornography.
This computer is so jam-packed with stuff that it's going slow.
Oftentimes, these people go to other countries to pursue sex tourism, but pursue it with somebody who's of a younger age.
I need a good amount of time to check through all this shit. I need a good amount of time. Because he's got so much and it's in a different language. Actually, I'm gonna ask him to see if he can change it to English. Can you change the language to English? It'll make it so much easier for me if you just do that. I guarantee he has a file somewhere, bro. This guy's a smart dude. Oh, wow. What is that? How many women did you have relations with on this trip? One? I see a lot of pictures of a lot of different women. These are more graphic pictures. We're gonna take it to enforcement. We're gonna go to another room, all right? Just follow him. I gotta go deep in it. I gotta go into everything. He had a lot of explicit pictures, sexual pictures, a lot of pictures of women.
That's his girlfriend.
Colombia?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's with another guy.
Was she a minor?
He's not gonna tell me she's a minor, obviously. It wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise you
that's
into like kids, bro. I mean, that's.
No, another chick.
He's got so much that it's like, let's just go one by one.
Mm-hmm. And then like these chicks, like they kiss. Go back.
This one?
Yeah. He has pictures here where he like has her like hold up her ID.
Yeah, how old she is?
No, she's not young. But no kids or nothing.
No, nothing. I mean, I have yet to find anything that's like technically illegal. He had a lot of pictures of women, I would say, in their 20s, 30s. So putting everything together, looking at the pictures on his phone, we came to the conclusion that it wasn't child pornography what he was into. I found nothing and you were good to go. Huh?
We're not the moral police. We don't care about people's personal lives as long as they don't intervene with our job. And our job is to stop any type of narcotic, any type of terrorism, any type of child pornography, anything illegal that may come into the United States.
Thank you for being patient.
Oh, there it is. So the blue indicator means that it's positive for methamphetamine. Obviously, it came from Mexico. The way they smuggle this stuff, they smuggle it through the airports, through airplanes. They may hit several different airports on its way to Atlanta. There's big business in that. There you go. So that's a kilo. Those are some big shards, too. We were able to determine that pretty much each package has a little over a kilogram of methamphetamine. So we're probably looking anywhere between 20 to 25 kilograms of meth. We may have gotten 25 kilos today, but there's probably hundreds of kilos that are sitting around the area that we're not going to get, and they're going to make their way to the streets. Now, we're going to do everything we can to get every last bit of it, but it's a never-ending battle right now, so we're doing all we can.
Bring her into the PD room area and we'll get a wheelchair. The passenger is okay. There was no side effects or no lasting damage. She was released into our custody to be brought back here to Terminal 4 and be turned over to HSI.
Paperwork's good, and I burned an extra copy.
Beautiful.
How you doing, all right, long day?
She has admitted she had done this a few times prior. She has to go through our judicial system now, and I'm sure she's going to learn a valuable lesson and move on from this and learn from it.
Passports out, everyone. Passports out.
Have your passports out, please. All in all, we were able to keep drugs off the street. It's not an easy job. It's just a driving determination that I have and the rest of the team has to stop this.
We're looking through the LOB, the leftover bags that passengers left out there for whatever reason. When passengers leave bags, we gotta go through them, make sure there's nothing illegal.
Depending on the day, you can get about 30, 40 LOBs. They're the people that are in a hurry and they think they're gonna miss the flight and they'd rather leave the bag behind. Or the reason we check, the person might not want to get caught bringing something and leave the bag behind.
When I go through the bags, I try and be methodical. I try not to overlook anything. Shit. And coffee beans. Can't really see inside it. I'm gonna have to cut it open. Got a coffee smell, but we'll see what we got. Well, coffee is supposed to be brown, right? Coffee is not supposed to be white. Now we just cut open the rest and see. And again. Oh, wow, okay. Try not to get too high or too low because you know you gotta test it, but When you start seeing the same thing, you're like, oh, okay, that's not the norm.
He picked up odor as soon as he came around the corner. He was trying to... he did. Oh, yes, he did.
So this was inside the coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So do they look like commercially packaged?
Yeah, it looked legit, because see how it's stitched? Sometimes you just can't skip steps. It's that simple. It's that easy. That's glued on. So now we're going to test it and see what we have.
What do you think?
That's cocaine, man. I can smell it. All right, there you go.
It's reading cocaine hydrochloride. So that's cocaine. It's just straight cocaine. No mixture, no nothing else. So, you know, it's a good day.
Nice catch.
.51 kilos.
Wow, almost 8 pounds.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Since I've been here, this is one of the largest ones we've had. That's over a year and a half.
Light's gone. Light's gone.
Have HSI been called?
I'm going to call HSI. I got to get the information off the tag.
Okay.
The person that owns this bag is on the flight to Dallas-Fort Worth. So we're going to call HSI, and they will intercept the gentleman and bring him in for further questioning. He came in from Montego Bay. Okay. There's another flight from Montego Bay that should be arriving within about 20 minutes. So we'll search everyone on the flight because this may be a test run. They may have another person trying to smuggle narcotics in the same manner. And now let me go find some people to search.
So fresh fruits not allowed?
I'm looking at a box of basil. We have to check every box and make sure they're free from pests and diseases. As an agriculture specialist, basically any fruits and vegetables or plants, we make sure that it's safe to enter the country. And I'm already finding these insect pests, so we're not going to allow it in. In Miami, we have about 80 people in cargo and another 80 people in passenger. So we're busy, very busy.
Nada de fruta, nada de vegetales.
You have a live one. It's like a beetle.
Oh, wow. We regulate animal product, any wildlife animals or exotic animals.
We got a scorpion here from El Salvador. Boom.
We try to prevent any diseases, any invasive pests from coming into the States. We also have people that bring in live animals to sell.
These dogs are coming in from Korea. I'm thinking these are being brought in to be sold. Hey, buddy. I hear you. You could make a lot of money on this. Lots of money.
We do get a lot of people that bring dogs. Usually everything is legitimate, but we're always alert for possible smugglers of live animals. Where are you coming from today? Cayman Islands. Okay, and where are you going to?
I'm going to Canada.
Canada, okay. Let me see all the paperwork for the dog.
I was working down in Cayman Islands, fostering dogs, and this one won my heart, so his home is mine now.
Okay, the health certificate is this one, and this one is the rabies. Okay, that's enough. We regulate the importation of dogs because we don't have rabies anymore since 2007. So now we're trying to keep it that way. Perfect. I need to take a look at the dog, make sure he's healthy. Make sure the dog isn't here. You never know. The dog was healthy. He's not unruly or have any signs that he's sick.
He looks tired, of course. I mean, who likes to travel in the belly of the plane, right? Without AC. Well, it has AC, but not. It's hot. Do you have any dog food in your bags? You don't. What about in your backpack? No.
He's gonna get good lunch today.
Cool. Okay. I love animals, so it is important for me to make sure they're going to good hands and then they're healthy. Thank you. You all say have a good one, okay? Take care. Some people do harm animals, so I'm just here to make sure everything is correct.
All right, guys. Tonight, we're going to be doing an arrest warrant on a JFK airport employee. This case started a few months back. There was a flight from Jamaica arriving at JFK. After the passengers departed, CBP discovered a leftover bag that was never claimed by a passenger. There was a specific marking on the bag, a purple bandana. This bag contained approximately 3.5 kilos of cocaine. During the course of the investigation, looking through surveillance footage, we discovered an airport employee digging around, searching for the bag, but we didn't see it. At the same time, he is on the phone with an individual in Jamaica, the source, to get a description of the bag. But the purple bandana is on the bottom of the bag, face down, as it passes him on the luggage belt, so we missed it. So today, we got an arrest warrant. This is just a description of our target. You're not gonna miss him. He's a heavy-set individual, 250 pounds. Frank is already out on surveillance. We're gonna meet up with him in Ozone Park, where the target lives. We're gonna look to do this on his way into work. He usually leaves his residence around 5. The plan is to do a vehicle stop after he leaves his residence, 2 to 3 blocks away. He typically takes an Uber, so we shouldn't have to be worrying about the car fleeing. Wear a vest, street clothes, badge out. All right.
You can't bring that, right? That's all bird's nest.
Sir, next. Hola, señor. ¿De dónde vienes? Okay. ¿Para dónde va?
Yo estoy parando en casa de la hija mía.
Passengers bringing in 2 bird cages. We've been having a lot of passengers smuggling birds from Cuba. So when we encounter a passenger that have bird cages, we tend to do a more intensive interview in regards of what was the purpose of the cages, why they're bringing the bird cage. Señores, esto es para usted, ¿no? Okay. Una mochila también, por favor. When he removed the bag from on top of him, I noticed like a bulge in his groin area. Vayan colocando el equipaje por acá para inspeccionarlo rapidito. So CBP officers are conducting the pat down. We're gonna check underneath his clothing to make sure what is the bulge that we see in his groin area.
What is this?
So we found a total of 4 birds.
3 on his right leg.
And then the other one was in his groin.
The other one he took out when I took into his
Oh,
pockets.
okay. Smuggling of exotic animals is illegal because it could be contaminated, it could be contagious.
He's acting like he didn't do anything wrong.
He can get some jail time. Señores, ¿usted los cría?
Yo los crío.
Ajá. ¿Y quién le dio estos?
Cuba para criarlos.
Okay. ¿Cuántos pájaros tiene en la casa?
Eso nada más.
¿Eso es la primera vez?
Eso es la primera vez, no digo más ninguno, más que eso.
Ok. Más que esto, nada más en su casa te ven. Okay.
Eso era.
So one of you guys can stay here with him for now, while Christian will come. Since the birds could be contagious, it can have any type of disease, so we're gonna take the birds to a quarantine room. We're gonna segregate it and then put them in crates and give them food and water. Hopefully one of them is not dead.
The flight that you see here is a flight from Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're conducting operations. Please stay on the right side.
Let's go this way. You see this officer there? We're doing what we call lists. We're searching everyone's bags, either by hand or by X-ray. Let's see if we can find any contraband that may be associated with the last individual that left a bag, loaded with cocaine. Coffee from Jamaica is common. People bring a lot of it. Of course, it's easy to conceal, narcotics in it also.
So how was Jamaica? Was it nice? Smugglers come in every size and color. There's no specific gender or country. It's just smuggler. Just gotta find them.
What you got here, man? Rocks. Jamaican rocks. Yeah.
A lot of times, from that initial few questions, you'll know if there could be a possibility of finding something or not. Let me get your passport real quick, man. Passport. What are you gonna do in Indiana?
Visit my mom.
Visit your mom? You a citizen or? She's what?
Citizen.
Citizen. What do you do? What do you do for a living? A student? Let's go ahead and go through the bags real quick. Everything is yours in the bag? Okay. So you stay in 3 weeks, right? Let's go ahead and stop the phone here. Can I use the phone here, okay? Isn't this your favorite, man? Huh? Favorite coffee?
Yeah. You cut that up?
Let me go ahead and open it. Cuff is clean. Tell you what, let's go ahead and start packing. I'll bring this back for you, okay? It happens every day where you think you have it, you think you might find it, and it's a negative surge. You don't win them all. For us, it's just a matter of looking and finding. If you're not looking, you're not finding. It's just the way it is. Let's see what happens with Kingston.
Yeah, I got you. 5 by 5. We're a few minutes out. Do you know what time you swiped in last night or no? Oh, that's good. All right, good stuff. You worked last night, swiped in at 5:30, swiped out at 7 a.m., so he picked a lot of overtime up, but hopefully he's working tonight.
Ready to go?
Yeah. We're on the block of the target's residence. His address is right up ahead here on the left. You guys set up?
We're about a block or two out.
All right, good.
Be advised, guys, typically he leaves by 5. So if his pattern continues, we're 20 minutes away from him exiting the residence. Okay. Getting close.
Uber.
Stopping?
Yeah, he's pulling over.
Be advised, guys, we have an Uber that's pulling up right in front of the target residence.
Copy.
Just took something out of the trunk.
The Uber guy's doing something to his tire.
It looks flat.
Yeah. It's a coincidence.
Disregard, completely unrelated to what we're doing.
Copy. There's a lot of Ubers right here.
The latest he leaves his house has been 5:30, so we still have some time. All right, let's go, guy. Come out.
Make sure that door's closed.
Yes. We're here in the bird room. It's a quarantine area. Fish and wildlife. We're gonna remove the birds from the container. We work alongside the experts, which is fish and wildlife. So every time that we encounter passenger smuggling animals, we actually call them.
He actually brought the tube from Miami to Cuba. So this wasn't a spontaneous situation.
When you bring birds into the States from Cuba, we have to have it in quarantine because we don't know the disease status of the country. So if they're sick, we don't get contaminated with the disease. Are they all alive?
I don't know about this one. He's not moving.
Oh, no.
Is there a way to push him out from the back end? Off the other side? And push him out. Which way's his head? His head is towards you.
Facing
Look.
towards me.
Look. Nope.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Lord.
He's not too startled, which is amazing. That's what's a key indicator to the fact that he's cage trained already. He'd be bouncing off the walls when he was walking around. He'd be beating himself up. He's completely missing his tail feathers.
This type of bird is called Cuban bullfinch. It's a very famous bird in Cuba. This bird can go from $1,000 to $5,000 each. There's actually a ring that brings this type of birds into a country. It's a business. The other 3 birds are fine, but one specific bird we're a little bit concerned about. Is it alive? The other 3 birds are fine, but one specific bird we're a little bit concerned about. Is it alive?
Deal it.
Oh, no. Oh, poor thing. Now, veterinary services are going to take custody of the birds. The passenger is not going to see the birds ever again, that's for sure. Smuggle, yes, for sure. Dígame. Otra vez. Ok. Bueno, gracias, Arunto. Bye. Bye. He has smuggled before. He smuggled 16 birds on the 2012. Passengers stated that it's for personal use, but he obviously brought it before, so this is all monetary, you know? It's all about money. So we want to go ahead and interview the passenger. Señores, la última vez cuando viajó a Cuba, ¿cuándo fue?
Un año.
Un año. Okay. ¿Y qué hizo la última vez que fue allá? ¿También compró pájaros?
No.
¿No? ¿No?
Primera vez que yo hago eso.
¿Primera vez? ¿Y en el 2012 qué pasó? Sí, yo he hecho anteriormente. No diga que es la primera vez porque no es la primera vez.
Eso fue hace tiempo.
No, no hace tiempo, son 2012, eso fue los otros días, señor. 2012, estamos en 2019. ¿A quién se los compró en Cuba?
Gente que lo venden allí.
Ajá, ¿qué persona? ¿Dónde? Dime los detalles de dónde consiguió eso.
En Pinar del Río.
Pinar del Río, ajá. ¿Dónde lo compró? ¿Qué es una casa, una tienda?
No, una finca que lo venden allí.
Ajá. ¿A quién usted contactó para comprar los pájaros?
Yo fui y lo compré.
Okay. Al dueño, ¿no?
Sí.
Se van a procesar en el mismo lugar donde procesaron la última vez. La misma casa.
It is surprising and sad because he's a 81-year-old man, but you know the law is the law. Doesn't think about age. Everything that we gathered today is very important because passenger smuggling birds has been happening everywhere in the country, not only here in Miami. We know based on communication with other ports, they do smuggle a type of finch for singing competition. It's something that is constantly happening, and we are always on the lookout to make sure they're not bringing any illegal wildlife into our country.
Still no activity at the target residence.
Copy.
As of now, it's 5:26. If he's not out of his residence at 5:30, he's most likely not going into work tonight. At which point, we'll reassess and do it tomorrow. All right, individuals coming out of the target residence. Black t-shirt, gray shorts, white socks, flip-flops, black hat. Now walking down the block, left-hand side of the street. Looks smaller than our guy, no?
Yeah, much smaller. Definitely wasn't our guy.
Not our target, but individual came out of the residence.
Copy.
At this point, I'm switching it up, saying he's gonna be a no-show.
Probably worked a late one last night just because he knew he was off.
We want to put it off?
Let's see. Uber.
Yep. Slowing down.
Come on, baby. There we go. All right, a red Nissan Rogue just pulled up in front of the target residence.
Stop. Tip.
All right, our target is exiting the residence. He's got gym shorts, navy blue polo, ball cap. He's getting into the Uber, the rear driver's side door. All right, he's pulling off. We're gonna take him a block or two away.
Copy.
We're right behind him.
All right, we're right behind you.
He's coming up to the end of the block. We're gonna let him make the left turn, and we're gonna take him right after he makes the turn. All right, we're gonna take it down. Police, turn off the car, put the keys on the dashboard. All right, we're gonna take it down. Police, turn off the car, put the keys on the dashboard. Out of the car. Relax, relax. We'll explain what's going on, okay? Today was a successful day. Even though we were waiting in the car for almost 2 hours, we effectively made the arrest. He didn't resist at all. He was compliant. You're good to go, sorry. All right? I hope he tipped you. I don't think that could have went any smoother.
Yeah, that was great. He was arrested safely, and we're all safe. That's all that matters.
So now 2 aides behind us are transporting the subject. I'm gonna go back to JFK, to our office, at which point we'll debrief him, we'll do a full interview. Hopefully he's willing to play some ball and talk.
We have officers working the passengers' environment, processing passengers, and we are going to the jetway toward the interior of the aircraft. We always check the galleys, restrooms, and some areas on the cockpit. The floor looks all dusty. I don't see any footprints.
There was a few times they did find narcotics in the avionics on the bottom of the plane. It's a good spacing in there where you can put quite a few kilos, actually, of cocaine or whatever the case might be. All right, clear.
Now we are going to x-ray the bags coming off the flight. While the bags are coming off the x-ray machine, I'm looking for anomaly. We know most of the narcotics, it's organic materials, so we look for places that the organic stuff is not common to be seen. I got a couple seconds just to make a determination. It doesn't look too right, but we will check it visually.
Looks like coffee beans.
Oh, that coffee, yeah.
Stop the milk?
Yeah.
This one bag looked like it has a couple coffee bags, but the way it's shaped, it's kind of hard to tell right now. Could be coffee, could be something else. It will definitely be a good one to check.
Coffee.
Got a hit there?
No. Coffee's good. Coffee's good.
Well, we did a pretty good search, but this flight in particular, there's over 120 bags. So the rest is gonna go inside the airport for the passengers to claim, and we inspect them.
Any food, alcohol, or tobacco in your bags, ma'am?
No.
No foods?
Yeah, family in Jamaica?
His friend.
His friends?
Anybody give you anything to bring here?
No.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. How we going?
We're just going to do a quick bag exam on you today.
Officer Murphy and I, we started the bag exam, and her main checked luggage was wrapped in cellophane. Usually that's with a bag that would be heavy, and really the bag wasn't that heavy.
How long were you in Jamaica? 8 days. Once we opened the bag, we realized she was awfully nervous. Especially when we noticed the coffee bags in there, she became even more visibly nervous. Just everything she was exhibiting showed something wasn't right. Officer Mills, cocaine.
Come with me.
Female passenger came downstairs. She had 2 bags with her. Officer Murphy and I, we started the bag exam, and her main checked luggage was wrapped in cellophane.
There was 3 separate coffee bags inside the suitcase. We told her we were going to open up one of the bags, and as soon as we cut the bag open, a white powdery substance came out of the bag. You want to test it out? Positive for cocaine. It's a trend we're starting to see here a lot in Atlanta. Came from the same country. They were going to different locations in the United States, but they showed up from the same flight. You want to wait? .52 kilograms, a little over 3 pounds. We'll finish all our paperwork, and then she'll be turned over to HSI for federal prosecution. You have to really do your job when inspecting this kind of luggage, because you wouldn't think 3 coffee bags, oh, it's much, but 3 coffee bags could do a lot of damage to this country if this was distributed.
Smells like seafood.
I looked at that. These are live lobsters.
One way we inspect, we randomly walk the warehouse and we start opening shipments just to make sure what we're looking at is what it says it is. Smuggled wildlife is the 4th largest illegal trade in the world. That's why we have to be here every day looking at every shipment that comes in. Hey, so what did you find here?
Well, we came across this shipment. It's coming from the Caribbean and it's going to Asia. And it's plastic.
Why would you ship plastic one country to another? That doesn't make any sense. What is that?
It doesn't look like plastic at all.
It looks like turtle shell.
It's painted.
They're concealing the turtle shell. So this is being smuggled. These turtle shells are very sought after because of the commercial trade. They make a lot of jewelry and other things in Asia with these turtle shells. So smugglers, they try to get these through because they can make a lot of money. It looks like 130 kilos of turtle shells, which is a lot. I don't think I've ever seen this many in one shipment. It's a very large shipment. Illegal wildlife trafficking is a major problem for the population. This definitely contributes to the sea turtle decline. All turtle shells, they're all protected, so we're gonna have to call Fish and Wildlife, and they'll decide if these are endangered species, because these could be a lot of different species we don't know.
We're gonna go brief inside.
We arrested the first guy, the airport employee, who was supposed to find that bag. That led us to identify the other individual who was in Jamaica at the time of the seizure, and he was on the phone instructing the airport employee to grab the bag. We obtained an arrest warrant for this subject, and his phone was showing that he's up in Newburgh, New York.
All right, so just real quick, right? So everybody knows who we're looking for, right? Everybody's got the photo. He's about 43 years old, large male. So there's this one block that we're gonna set up on. The target's hopefully like over here, right? There's a deli right on that corner. Hopefully we'll see him and then we'll grab him. But more importantly, safety, safety, safety for real. This block is super hot. There's old school lookouts. Everybody's gonna know you're out there. They're definitely not intimidated by the police in any way. But the good thing is nobody knows who we're looking for. I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that are wanted.
Just watch the 6, because Newburgh is labeled as the murder capital of New York, so just be careful.
Radio checks when we get out there, vest, gear. All right, break.
Right here.
It's that one.
Yeah. It's that red Jamaican cafe. It's right next to the deli on the corner. He's working there.
May have spotted him.
Trap one.
I don't think that's it. And that guy looks a lot younger than that guy. That guy looks old, dude.
I don't think it's the guy. No, it wasn't him. Ooh. Hey, how about that guy that just came out in the black jacket, black hat?
It's a good possibility.
That looks like him.
Now starting.
That looks like him.
He went in that Chiquita. He went into that Chiquita store.
He's walking back towards the restaurant.
Copy. That's him, dude. That's our guy.
Let's just roll up.
Let's go. That's him, dude. Dude, that's our guy. Couple of guys, just make sure you guys looking around, all right?
You have ID on you?
Yeah, right
So-
here.
All right, hang tight.
All right, they got him, guys. It's gonna be positive. Yeah, he's in custody. They got him in custody.
What do you got on your wallet? Phone, keys?
No knives, no nothing. No, no.
Okay.
That's my knife I use for. I just asked you if you had a knife on you. You said no. I don't know what this was.
We were able to identify the target, come out of the cafe right away, and arrest him.
Good job, Frankie.
Everybody was safe, and we got home in one piece.
Good.
Got it?
We're just going to wash off this blue chalk. All sea turtles are protected under the Endangered Species Act, so internationally, there's no commercial trade allowed of these at all. The most prized ones for the illegal trade are hawksbill sea turtle and green sea turtle. Like this one over here looks to me like a hawksbill. Yeah, this is a hawksbill. And then the way this is up like this is going to lay on top of another scoot. A scoot is part of the top shell of the tortoise. It's a part of the animal. The only way you're gonna get this off an animal is if you kill it. And looking right over here, it looks like a bullet hole. That's not a normal thing that occurs out in nature. And in this case, it was a lot of them. It's extremely crucial to combat the illegal trade in these species because the money's been linked to organized crime, also to international terrorism. Also the fact that most of these were probably female because that's the easiest way to get them is when they're laying eggs. And when you're taking out a breeding population like that, you're affecting tens of thousands of future sea turtles from being born.
Wow.
The amount is, this is not normal for us.
We want to get an overall count of what comes in these boxes because it's evidence. But secondly, this will give us an approximate number of how many sea turtles were killed during this process. Serene, what do we have?
289.
And what's the approximate?
22 turtles.
Box number 2?
20 scoots and about 25 turtles. Box number 4 has 310 scoots, and that's approximately 24 sea turtles.
The total number of scoots is 1,423. So approximately 110 turtles. This is a large number. This is huge.
This is a horrible situation that we see something like this, but it is a win for us when we catch it. We made a dent in the illegal trade and commerce of endangered species. From here, we refer it to a special agent and take it out of the market. But no one wants to see this, ever.
Where are these flights from Cuba and where?
Casablanca and...
Venezuela?
Mm-hmm. Hello. Oh, good night.
Good night. Good night. Feels like somebody good to talk to. Sir, where are you coming from today?
Casablanca.
Oh, where are you going?
Yeah, tonight. After I go to Orlando.
You going by yourself?
No, my friend is exterior.
Yeah?
My friend.
Did they fly on the same flight?
Sorry?
They fly on the same Casablanca?
No. My friend, he lives here.
Oh, okay.
He lives here in Orlando.
Oh, come over here and check your bags. You'll be on your way.
Sweating.
True. Then put your bags over here. How much money?
Here.
How much?
I have $1,600.
What's this? You think this is okay? You get a test kit?
Baking soda.
Oh, shoot.
You mix it. He's used it with the other medication for his stomach.
We're chasing on a daily basis, and it's a bit of a hunt. It's just that small, minute percentage who are traveling for more nefarious reasons. But at the end of the day, as long as we are able to see the inspection all the way through and do our due diligence, we're good to go. Any questions?
Okay?
And you? Thank you.
Straight up.
Yes.
We got a tip from some intel overseas about an anomaly that's coming in today. Right now, we got a statue coming from Ghana, Africa.
They only have 3 cans. It's gonna be a 1 to 3 can.
We've had anomalies in the past where they've actually hollowed out the inside of the statue and stuffed it with narcotics. So we're gonna inspect the canister and see what we got. It's supposed to be a big box, right?
Those in there are smaller.
Not this one? Yeah, that thing at the bottom over there is huge, man.
Yeah. See how we go on it?
The front of it's scratched up. That's it. That's it. This is it. Just gonna follow that bin around, take it over to the warehouse, get the items out, then we'll run it through X-ray and see what we got.
We should be able to see a void in there.
See anything on the image?
It looks like there might be a void right there. Break the shit.
Flip it, because that looks like it may be going all the way
inside, yeah.
Right? Thing is this, if you look over here, there's a hole. Something got cut out. It should be solid all the way across.
It's abnormal.
Why would you fly a piece like this on an airline and pay that much money to ship it by air freight when you can put it in a container? It could be $1,000 to ship that. It doesn't make sense to me.
We're definitely gonna go in and probe it.
All right, I think this is everybody. This is the bag. Let's get this center stage. All right. Most of you have already been briefed, but the female courier came in this morning.
She flew in from Port of Spain. After making her way through passport control, she's here at baggage claim. She's picked up her first bag. The woman's in the baggage area looking for a second bag. She's circling the baggage carousel. You can see she's asking this baggage handler in yellow for help. With the help of the baggage handler, they found the bag. It's right where she was standing. She didn't recognize it. That's unusual, being out there and not being able to spot your bag. The CBP officers pulled her in for inspection. After removing the contents of the bag, they determined there's a false bottom. The officer calls for backup to escort the passenger to secondary screening. It's determined there's 2.1 kilograms of cocaine concealed.
She's been cooperative, so we're going to do a controlled delivery. We made a phone call to the intended recipient, who has agreed to meet with the female over by the mall. He doesn't know where, he just knows the area of the mall, likely a public restaurant with a lot of glass we could see in. We'll put her inside. She's gonna text him. The target will come in. Maybe they have a conversation. She doesn't leave the restaurant, doesn't leave her seat, just gives him the bag. And then he'll leave with the bag, and then we arrest him from McDonald's to whatever vehicle is waiting outside.
Questions? Cool.
All right, see you guys out there?
This is fairly dangerous. You don't know the mindset of the person who's coming to pick up the package. And that could really motivate someone not to want to be arrested, not to want to come into custody. It's not uncommon if you're a drug dealer to be armed. Naturally, they don't want to be arrested by law enforcement, but they also don't want to be robbed. It's a heightened level of danger. It's not necessarily that they're targeting police, but they're protecting their financial interests, they're protecting their drugs. It's a dangerous proposition to arrest someone who is smuggling drugs.
Let me see if the probe can do anything without having to go all the way.
All right.
Let me see if I can pull this out a little bit. Yeah, that's easy.
All right, drill it. Before you pull it out, brush the wood shavings off the leg in case something pops out with it. Can you... All right, then pull it out. It's very dense wood.
That's probably why they use it, because they know it's too easy.
I think we're gonna have to cut the belly. Let's flip it with this base right on the cardboard, and then we get a nice flat cut on the bottom. There you go. Is it cracking?
Oh, yeah, it's cracking.
I want to just pry it.
Yeah, now take a little bit and just pry it out. Coming out. There we go.
Well, that is thick. Yeah. Is it all the way through?
You can see all the way down to the bottom except what they have down there.
Here.
Can you reach in? Who's good at stealing sodas out of a soda machine? I think you just reach in and see if it's in there. Who's good at stealing sodas out of a soda machine?
I don't see anything.
Is it all the way through?
Yeah. You can see all the way down to the bottom.
Oh, God. That void's what the shading was. And I think this is what you were seeing on the X-ray. Bottom line, it's negative. But if you're not looking, you're not going to find anything. This was targeted information, so this was an item you had to look at. This shipment didn't look right, so we inspected it. This one came out negative, but you never know the next time. Plenty of fish in the sea.
Sir, how you doing today? Can I see your passport?
Yeah, sure.
Flight is coming in from Jamaica. A lot of people from South America can use any of those islands in the Caribbean as a springboard or in transit point to bring narcotics into the country. Traveling by yourself?
Yeah.
Can I see your passport, please?
Sure.
But we don't get tunnel vision. We look for all possible areas of violations. There's the illicit gold trade and money laundering, even human trafficking. How you doing today? Can I see your passport, please? How was your trip?
It was good.
What do you do for a living?
I do real estate.
So what does the real estate agent do when they go to Jamaica?
Drove around the whole entire island.
Where'd you stay?
I stayed, oh my God. I went to Port Antonio, stayed there. Went to Kingston.
Awesome. Just wait over here for me for a second.
Can you use the restaurant?
Just look, you can. We don't stop you, but if you do, somebody's gonna have to be in there with you.
Why?
We're not finished talking to you yet. One of the things that drew my attention to the traveler was the fact that she says she went there for a vacation, but Kingston is the capital of Jamaica, and not a lot of tourism is done there. Congratulations, you've been selected for a more intensive examination. Follow me over here.
Yeah, I'm on the belt, bumper to bumper, bro. So it says we'll be there 10 after 4. No one's ever on time for a drug deal.
The car in front of us has 2 of our agents and the female cooperator. Once we get to the meet location, the female will call her contact. If all goes well, it will agree to come out here and pick up the luggage.
When you're out here and you're supervising the group, you have to consider everyone's position and perspective. It's a decision you can't make from the office. On paper, it looked good, but when you get out here, you know, there could be a child's birthday party at this location. There's a lot of variables. Right now, we're arriving on scene to the meet location. All right, good copy. I'm on scene here. I'm looking at the exits now. There's 2 parking lots. It's a north and a south lot that don't connect. We have to cover both.
Stand by on the phone call until rubber teams are set up inside as well as outside. Tom, I'm operating from the U.S. Postal Office.
Oh, perfect. All right, so you got north covered. And I just need some people to the south.
Copy that. I'm looking at the south lot now.
All right, good copy.
We're inside now.
That's a cover for me. So now we're in position.
Stand by, guys. Is walking.
Okay, she's heading in.
We have a good eye on the door.
With the cooperator now in the restaurant, our main concern is safety. Public safety and the safety of our cooperator.
The female courier, she's going to text the target to tell them where to come pick up the bag.
So it's really just a waiting game.
You ever been arrested before?
Yeah.
For what?
Just one main thing when I was like 18. I'm 36 now.
Was it a felony or a misdemeanor?
It was money laundering.
At 18?
Yeah, well, I had a boyfriend that was 30. He was just giving me the money, and they considered that as the money laundering. He gave me it to spend. Like, he was like giving me money to spend.
The young lady said she was coming back from vacation, but we found some information about her being arrested for money laundering that sparked our interest with regards to her itinerary. How much money are you traveling with today?
About 300.
300?
Well, that's what I have left.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I'm going through her bag, I'm looking for articles that are consistent with their claims of travel. Every passenger has a story, and as long as their bags tell the same story and it's consistent, normally they're good to go. Are you bringing anything back for anybody else?
No.
Were you smoking over there?
No. You didn't test me. I wasn't. I was
No?
No. No, I actually smoke cigarettes.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
I smoke bacon cigarettes. I don't know.
What do you do with this? This for cigarettes? What do you do with this? This for cigarettes?
That's my roommate.
For your, oh, you bought him a gift?
Yeah, it's a gift.
Well, you said everything belongs to you, right? It seemed as though there was something a little bit off. She was not being forthright. So this is the thing, right? When you're speaking with an officer, and if we can find that you omitted willfully material fact, constitutes like lying. So tell me about your trip, just to make sure that you were.
Me?
Yeah.
How did you pick these places on the map? How did you figure this whole thing out?
Google. You want to see my itinerary? This is my traveling book, so you can see all the places I've been. Late at night when I can't sleep, I make these itineraries.
Oh, you even put down to the food, huh?
Yeah, I even know what I want to eat, where I want to eat at.
You got 36 minutes of the
No,
beat.
that's how long the drive is from there to there, so I have to plan out my day like that.
As I was checking in their bag, she presented a very detailed itinerary where we were able to see exactly where she was, and we found that there was no need to detain the passenger any further. All right. You're good to go, okay? All righty.
Good morning, everybody. Today, we're going to do an operation targeting personal effects. We're going to be also looking for anything dealing with a nexus to ASF, African swine fever affecting countries. So we're going to have all hands on deck. Okay, let's go. We're the first line of defense for safeguarding agriculture.
All this is one? It looks as if we have one shipment coming from Lagos, Nigeria. I smell food, you smell it? People like to bring a sense of home back with them or ship to them. You know, after working here for so long, it's almost like a hound dog. We know where the deers are. We know where the food is. It's really easy to figure out that inside this bag is dried fish. And sure enough, it's dried fish. The fish is actually fine. Need this one.
We got chicken noodles.
The country that it's coming from is affected with bird flu because it has dehydrated chicken and we're unable to tell how it was actually cooked. It's prohibited.
Food could be prohibited based off of disease classification. You might have African swine fever, HPAI, which is bird flu.
This is warthog skin. Warthog skins have African swine fever. It's highly contagious. This shipment is going to approved taxidermist who has been trained in how to handle animals with the disease. So this looks fine.
This is a shipment that manifested as frozen snail. This one scares me. What? So, whew. Oh my God. So what we have to do is make sure there's no prohibited items that could be hidden or mixed in with the snail, like bush meat, which is any type of unidentified animal.
And there's a snail right here. So once it's not a live snail, it's good to go. You can bring it in frozen, boiled, cooked, fresh, but not live.
Have you had it before, snail?
Oh, yeah. I'm from Nigeria, so we eat that a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. It tastes like octopus. Have you tried octopus?
Yes.
It just tastes the same way. So you might want to try it one time, though.
I'll never say never,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say it now.
Oh, well.
Okay, so the snails can go.
Sit down. It's very important that you be as forthcoming and as accurate and open and honest as possible at this point.
Okay.
We have a passenger who arrived from Caracas, Venezuela, with his wife and his family. In passport control, they realized that he had a lot of international travels in the past year for someone who hasn't traveled internationally before that. For that reason, he was referred to secondary for further inspection. During secondary inspection, we observed the passenger's legs were crossed in an awkward manner. This is something we've seen before in the past with internal smugglers. Because of his behavior, we think that it's necessary to bring him in for a more intensive examination in a private screening area.
Vamos a hacer esto.
Sí, señor.
Okay.
What is it?
Vamos a aclararle esto porque estamos aquí.
What is it?
Ah, ok. Pepa. Lo trabajé.
He swallowed this. ¿Cuánto Pepa tragaste esta vez?
85.
85. ¿Todavía con eso adentro?
Send up. All right, there we go.
Once a passenger admits to transporting narcotics internally, our primary focus shifts to their safety.
Pellets.
85. We're bringing the passenger to a medical facility where he can safely pass the narcotics under medical supervision.
This Lagos, Nigeria flight is known for us as a high-risk flight. I love working this flight. There are a lot of medicinals that we're picking up. It's just an interesting melting pot of agricultural products. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good. We're going to scan this flight, and we'll see what we have. Do you have any food items in your bags?
Yes, I do.
What do you have, sweetheart?
I have frozen soups.
Frozen soups?
Yeah, with no meat inside.
I try to give off positive energy, you know, to the passenger. You've done this before.
Done this before.
You learned your lesson before.
Yeah.
All right, good to know. They're more receptive to understanding the process.
I got a list for you before you start.
You got a list. I love it. Awesome, awesome,
I
awesome.
tried to make it easy for you.
Awesome. They're more receptive to wanting to help to not bring anything that's going to potentially harm U.S. agriculture as a whole. We do have a pest that has been found right there.
Ooh.
The fear is, worst case scenario, an invasive species gets out into the environment. They can cause massive destruction to agricultural products or plant products that we have currently here in the U.S. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Any food items in your bag?
Yes. Food is here and here.
What kind of food items do you have?
Fish and dairy family.
All right. Is that all the food you have?
Yes.
Okay. Once I start going through the bags, if something prohibited is found, you could potentially receive a penalty, a civil penalty for failure to declare, okay? All right. All right, so here we go. This is gari. I have to look through your gari to make sure. Gari is a form of cassava, and when it comes in bundles like this, we have people that stick other items, so that's what I'm doing now, just inspecting his gari. You said you had gari, you have dried fish.
Yes, and a goosey.
But you didn't declare this. This is not allowed, sweetheart.
Hey!
Uh-huh. This is not allowed.
Oh.
A goosey is a melon seed.
But I passed through.
And in this form, it's prohibited because of a storage pest that we're concerned about. One of them is called capra beetle.
If you drink that thing, I will cry.
You will cry?
Yes.
Well, I don't want you to cry, but I will be taking it because it's prohibited.
Why don't I take it this time and next time I have to blend it?
No, sugar, I get it. A goosey soup, I know, and it's very delicious. But when entering, I cannot let this pass. Stop looking at it. Let me take it away. All right, so I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day, okay? I try to be very sympathetic, knowing that it's a local hometown tree that is specific to that region. I try to go into it with a heart, but this is what is set forth when it comes to protecting U.S. agriculture. Okay, what we got next? Whew.
Subject is on the phone inside. You may be with the target.
Okay, good copy, thanks. Right now, the female courier, she's in the restaurant on the phone to the U.S. recipient so that he can pick up the cocaine.
Okay, phone call was made to target. Seems to be that he was at the mall and he's going to make his way up towards McDonald's.
Which is about 3 minutes from here. Hello? I couldn't get the text. What's going on? There's an NYPD squad eating lunch in there. NYPD officers in there don't know that we're cops and that we're conducting a controlled delivery in the restaurant. We wouldn't want a situation where they're surprised to see us. Well, you can tell them so we don't get blow on blow. You can tell them we're there because. Thanks. The sergeant from the PD is going to go in and let those cops know that we're here, just so we don't have any blow on blow. Oh, jeez. A black sedan pull in, looking at my head Jersey plates.
That's the target.
10-4, waiting signal. At the arrest signal, not now. At the arrest signal. The sergeant is still in the business.
That's the target.
10-4, waiting signal. At the arrest signal, not now. At the arrest signal. The sergeant is still in the business. Okay, the sergeant is out. NYPD is leaving out the back entrance.
Subject coming in with all blue on. Contacts were made.
10-4, waiting signal. Let's let him walk out. Contact him in front. Don't let him get in the driver's seat.
I think they went outside with the bag.
Oh, got it. All right, take it down. Take it down. Good, good. Oh, girl, where's she at? Over there.
They're inside. They're gonna
Still?
come with me.
Okay, good. All right. That was a very successful operation. It was safe, and we normally don't go this smooth. We haven't interviewed yet. We're going to determine whether he is the dealer, he is the ultimate recipient of these drugs, or if he's supposed to move it on to another individual.
We had a passenger who admitted to swallowing cocaine. He was traveling from Venezuela last night. Once he admitted to bringing in the cocaine,
We brought him to a medical facility where he was allowed to expel the cocaine safely. Over 80 pellets of cocaine. That was quick turnaround for that guy to have that.
That's a good way.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
He wants to know about his wife and the kid.
They went home this morning.
Ellos fueron a Venezuela esta mañana.
Le agradezco mucho si mandó a mi mujer y la niña para allá.
No, yo te dije a ti que iba a estar todo seguro, ¿verdad que sí?
Okay, that's
Que he's appreciating what you do with for his wife and his kids.
Lo bien que me han tratado, pues estoy tranquilo.
He said that we treated so good that he's at ease.
Okay, that's good. We're all professionals here, man.
True. He brought his family thinking he was going to blend in and circumvent inspection, but that was not the case.
So we gotta go upstairs.
Now that the narcotics have passed, we can shift our focus back to the investigation. We're going to hand the passenger off to HSI where they'll do a full interrogation and they'll take it from here.
The reason we're here is to go over the details, how you came into possession of the 85 pellets of cocaine that you excreted at the hospital. What I'm expecting from you is just for you to be honest and truthful. As long as you're truthful with us, it'll work towards your favor.
Las intenciones de nosotros son lograr acoger a esta gente.
¿Cómo son los nombres entonces?
Sí voy a colaborar porque quiero que me favorezcan las cosas.
Sí.
Vaya, tú estás en problemas, sinceramente. Vaya, no te vas a perjudicar en el sentido de que ya tú tienes las pepas. Así que ahora es la cosa de ser honesto y colaborar y que pasen las cosas como pasen. Vaya, tú estás en problemas, sinceramente. Así que ahora es la cosa de ser honesto y colaborar y que pasen las cosas como pasen. Vamos a hacer esto. Vamos a enfocarnos ahora en este tema. Okay. Para estar claro lo que tenemos hoy en día aquí.
¿Qué estaba dentro de la pepa?
¿De las pepas?
Sí.
Hasta donde sé es cocaína. Nosotros le decimos perico.
Cocaína.
¿Cuánto te iban a pagar?
Ellos pagan a $100 la pepa.
¿Cuándo y en dónde te dieron la pepa?
Esta vez. Estamos hablando de esta vez.
Me la dieron antier en la noche en el hotel.
Ellos te lo dieron y se fueron.
Sí.
¿Cómo tú tragaste eso con tu esposa ahí?
Yo esperé que se acostara a dormir mi esposa. Lo trabajé, me metí calladito en la habitación.
¿Cuánto se demoró para tomarlo todo?
Como hora y media.
No.
¿Quién es ellos? ¿Tiene el nombre de ellos?
A eso voy.
Ya, no, pero vamos a hacer una cosa para preferible si nos dice los nombres, para tener el nombre ya. Vamos a aclararle esto, por qué estamos aquí, qué pasó aquí, quién te lo dio, cómo te lo dieron. Espera, te vas a perjudicar en el sentido de que ya tú tienes las pepas.
Sí.
Good morning. I'm gonna do a 100% baggage exam on these 2 bags, okay? Alrighty. All fish items, dried fish, lots of dried fish. Those are fine. What I'm doing, I'm checking for Pest inside of here.
Okay.
You got bugs inside of your beans. Yes. They're just crawling all around in there. Give me one moment, okay? I'm opening up some beans that were seized from a passenger coming in from Nigeria. And what I'm looking for storage pests. And there you go. So as you can see, the pests are just crawling around everywhere. Sometimes they get commingled and they look or they're camouflaged by the products surrounding them. So I'll tap the paper just like this to get them to jump or to move. And it also helps my eyes to refocus and to not get lost. Bingo, found him. There we go. This is a Lepidoptera. And we actually have two specimens. This other pest, which is a beetle, we are concerned about. He's right here. So in this one commodity, we actually have two storage pests that we're gonna submit for identification. This is all data collection that we're taking up for the USDA. We turn over our pest interceptions to them. They take a look at it to make sure that we kind of keep a gauge on what's coming in as a hitchhiker on certain products. That's how they come up with the rules and regulatory actions as to what can come in from certain countries. When it comes to Lepidoptera, in order for us to preserve the specimen long enough for the identifiers, we actually have to cook, so to speak, to preserve the specimen. All the rest of the pests that I do not submit, I just kind of hit them with some alcohol just to kind of go ahead and put them to sleep. That's what I like to call it. Yes, tears and no tears. It is an unfortunate thing because it is sad that you do have to take the commodity from the passenger because it is something that is dear to their heart. It reminds them of home. All right, you did declare them, so that's fine, but I'm gonna have to take your beans. They can't come in, okay? Even though this is something that does hurt them when the commodity is seized, I do try to make sure that they see the bigger picture for what could potentially happen if the pests were to get out. Have a great day, okay? Okay, thank you.
Las intenciones de nosotros son lograr acoger a esta gente. Y no lo vamos a hacer sin la ayuda tuya.
Lo que pasa es que ahora yo voy a colaborar porque, como quien dice, a mí me jugaron mal, se aprovecharon de mí por mi situación. Sí. Todo empezó por la situación de que me empezó a privar del país. Hice una mala negociación allá de una casa que no pude pagar.
¿En Venezuela?
En Venezuela. Mi esposa pasó por un tratamiento de cáncer.
¿Esta es la primera vez que hiciste esto?
Es la segunda vez.
¿Es serio entrar historias?
La vez pasada, que quedé más endeudado todavía porque de paso no me pagaron. Por eso lo volví a hacer, porque ya estaba desesperado. Es que tengo tanta rabia que...
Enfócate y deja la rabia.
¿Tú tienes el nombre en el teléfono de la persona en Nueva York?
Okay, he's got the New York contact.
Ahí está. Este número que tengo en el cambio.
Si tú le ves la foto otra vez, ¿tú lo puedes identificar?
Sí, claro.
Ok. ¿Le quema?
Melvin es moreno.
Wow.
Tiene una cicatriz.
He provided us with names and phone numbers of the people that were in New York that were going to receive the pellets. So we're going to work that part of the investigation and pass it to our New York office.
You bring them back to the subject.
Okay. We're hoping that this could lead to the identification of an international trafficking group.
We're processing over 1 million passengers every given year, and there are times where the story is drawing your heartstrings. But smuggling narcotics can cause the people in our nation harm. So it's gratifying to know that me and my partners are here safeguarding our nation's borders.
That's where the big boss said we going, that's where we gotta go.
So we just received info that we got a person of interest traveling in from Doha.
Doha. What is it, 8?
So right now we're heading to the gate. We're gonna be looking for a single traveler male, roughly around his 30s. We're gonna see if we can identify him and get in front of him.
Plane pulled in and just waiting for the passengers to start coming down. We've encountered smugglers, you know, just using Doha as a transit from places in Africa, places in the Middle East. So, you know, you never know what you're gonna find in a flight coming from Doha.
Passports out, guys.
Folks, have your passports out and ready.
What's the purpose of the travel, sir?
Summer break.
Have a good one. What's the purpose of the travel, sir?
For some telecommunications conference.
Have a good night, all right? Bye-bye.
Hey, this guy.
Next up, passport over here, please.
Come back, Australia.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, yeah.
Ready? We got him.
So we identified the person of interest. So we're gonna go down here, find him.
Where's this guy go? Do you have eyes on him?
This guy right in front of you, number 13. Yeah, right now he's waiting to go through immigration. One of my teammates upstairs by the gate let me know that he was nervous, so we're gonna stop him over here after he picks up his bag and see what he got in his bag. He's coming out right now. He asked the officer in the booth where the restroom was. He might be trying to dump stuff.
Joe, go into the bathroom with this guy?
Yeah, we got people over there that are making sure that nothing goes down the toilet, nothing goes in the trash. Everything he went in with comes out with. Yo, that guy's taking a long time, man. Unless they got something in there right now.
Yeah, we're gonna run all of these boxes.
What were you doing in Colombia?
I went with my mom.
Okay. Miami International Airport is a hotbed for smuggling of drugs coming into the United States.
Start pulling up. The trend has always been, because of our proximity to the Caribbean and Central and South America, drugs come in, guns and money go out. Times change, the concealment's changed, but smuggling, whether it be narcotics, currency, firearms, those things don't change.
Right now, we're up at a flight from Cali, Colombia. Hi, can I see your passport, please? How you doing today? Colombia is the #1 producer of cocaine that arrives into the United States. Some days I prefer working in plain clothes. I'll be a little bit more inconspicuous. I'm looking for some sort of nervous behavior or something that'll make them stand out of the crowd. Hi, can I see your passport, please? How are you today?
Good.
You traveling with anybody else?
No.
How long were you there?
For 2 days.
Oh, 2 days. Why such a quick trip?
Consultation.
I'm sorry?
Consultation.
Consultation on what?
Surgery.
Okay, cool. You have bags to pick up?
Luggage, yeah. But
Come on, I'll help you out.
Thank you.
She was nervous, so there's no harm in asking a couple more questions. So you bought your ticket to come back today?
I changed my flight last minute.
Oh, okay. What was the reason for the change?
I wasn't happy with the person.
Okay. Once you get your bags, let me know. I'll be right over here, all right?
There's your boy.
Doesn't look like he flushed anything or threw anything out. Everything looks good.
Yeah, I got him. He's on the left side of the belt. He's been doing laps around this whole area. He's nervous. It's a waiting game, man. This is the hardest part of the job, man. You know, waiting on this guy, I'm missing out on talking to everybody else. I hope it's worth it.
I think he's picking up bags now.
I'll pick him up right now. How are you, brother? See your passport? How's it going today? You got all your bags?
Yeah.
Take a look at me. Come on, we take a look inside the bags. We step over here, go over here. Right over here. Anybody give you anything to bring here today? What did they give you?
There's some package in here.
Package of what?
Sweets.
Sweets? Yeah. Okay, anything else?
Medicine.
Medicine, all right. You packed everything here yourself? Besides those items?
This stuff was basically my cousin put it, but I was standing right there when he packed them.
Okay, you're responsible for everything you're bringing into the United States, correct? Yep. You checked the medicine package, you checked the food items, you checked the sweets, you checked everything.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
Good. What was the purpose of the travel?
Death in the family.
Who passed away?
Huh?
Who passed away?
My aunt.
Your auntie. Sorry to hear that, man. Any other family members travel? Just you? At the end, I'm gonna give you tape. You can tape it up, all right?
I don't need it.
That's fine. I'll give you the garbage later. You can throw it out. Do me a favor, man. Stay on that side of the bench. Thank you. Stay on that side. Thank you.
I mean, the duffel bag.
Oh, wow.
You all right, bro? You nervous?
What's the different coating on it? What did that label bottle say that was in it? We found some pills. One bottle, the couple pills looked a little different from each other, so different markings on each pill, but it was the same bottle, so it's a little odd.
Hey, buddy, just finished packing that one up. So part of the inspection process when you come into the States, we check the bags. Now we're gonna take you into the room, we'll check you, all right? We just found these pills in the bag. So at this point in time, we're gonna go through the whole gamut and make sure we pat it down, has nothing on the body. And then we'll talk to him, get in a little conversation. You follow me, sir.
Okay, can you replace your bag up here? Everything here belongs to you, right? All right. Did anybody ask you to bring anything back for them? No? Any souvenirs for your family? The female passenger we took off the Cali-Colombia flight stated that she was there for 3 days. She went down to have some type of surgery. Her bag's a little inconsistent with the amount of time that she was down in Colombia. All the stuff that you're holding, can you just place it there on the table, please? Thank you. Were you supposed to come back today? You're really packing like you were gonna stay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was supposed to come back next week.
Next week?
Yeah, I don't want to do it, so I just got to do it.
So who recommended Colombia to you?
My friends.
All of your friends?
Two of my friends have worked there before surgery.
Okay. And what type of surgery were you looking for?
Teeth.
Teeth? Which doctor did you go to?
His name is Dr. Jimenez.
Who?
Jimenez.
So how come it didn't work out?
And it just wasn't comfortable. I had a bad back.
What were these for?
Me?
Sanitary napkins for after the dental work.
You know? He does a few different things. He does teeth, body, breast.
So you were gonna get other stuff done other than the teeth?
Consider it, yeah. I've never been there, so.
Yeah. Based on the fact that she didn't fully tell me the truth in the beginning, to me, seems like she's trying to hide something. All those shampoos you bought, done there?
All the shampoo, yeah.
We've had an influx out of Colombia of narcotics coming inside different concealments as far as liquids and shampoos and stuff. 2CB, ketamine. We also have liquid coke and liquid heroin coming back disguised as other products. I'm gonna test to see what actually is inside. From Colombia, we have an influx of a drug called 2CB, ketamine. We also have liquid coke and liquid heroin coming back, disguised as other products. Nothing. Just hit the top of that. Yeah, there's nothing there. All right. Testing was negative for any type of contraband. After the bag exam, we didn't find anything illegal in our bags. Thank you for your cooperation. You're all done with us. You have any questions for us? No? Okay. She was deemed a legitimate passenger and released without further incident.
Very good. Anything you have in your pocket, just put on top of that table for me.
Yeah, he seems a little nervous. Got him in his private search room. Gonna check his body, make sure he's not carrying anything. PD's good?
Yeah.
Did you look at these?
I don't know.
No?
Sodium chloride. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that? What are those pills for? Sodium chloride. What's that?
I have no idea, but I think it's prescription medication.
Sodium chloride? I don't think that is.
The medicine is not allowed.
I don't know. What is it? You're bringing
I
it.
don't know, I'm asking you. Sodium
You're
chloride.
bringing it. You should be telling us what it is.
Yeah.
What is sodium chloride for? What do you use it for?
People that gave it, they told me it's like basically like for people with low on iron.
When you got low on, don't you go eat a steak or something?
Well, they make something called iron pills.
My cousin gave, he showed me a valid prescription. I was assuming it's.
Your cousin who gave it to you?
Yeah.
What's your cousin's name that gave it to you? It's your cousin. What's his name?
Huh?
Just what's his name?
What's his name? And who are you gonna give it to?
Supposed to be with one of his friends.
Who?
I don't know his name.
So your cousin just gave you a bunch of pills and said, hey, bring this to America and give them to this guy. That sounds kosher to you? WY on a pill. Yeah, what's R? Means it might be some mix and mix. Probably legit.
Yeah, and Fugazi. You know what, too? Now with generic pill pressing machines that's so readily available everywhere, they can put whatever they want.
Just gotta do our job. That's what we're doing.
Yaba.
Yaba.
What's that?
What's Yaba?
You want to look at some of the outbound cargo?
Yeah, sounds good.
In the Customs and Border Protection, we look for contraband coming inbound as well as going out of the United States.
Let's do a sweep and see if something else came in.
Rock and roll.
It's the same concept, inbound or outbound. You have to make sure you're thorough in every inspection and cover all angles and bases.
Right here.
It's manifested as reupholstered chairs. I feel like it's a little heavy for a chair, but you know, anything's open to inspection and considered, you know, an option for potential smuggling.
When you push down on it, you can feel where the screw is.
This is good to go.
You guys. Headed to Kingston, Jamaica.
Let's see what we got going on here.
All right. Oh. Looks like we have Glocks. Oh, we have Glocks. Appears to be a Glock 19. It appears to be brand new.
We're gonna make sure that they have an export license to be able to take these firearms out of the country. Yeah.
Yeah, that's called a facility.
A lot of times outbound, we are concentrating on weapons going out. That's funding some of the organizations overseas. you open it up sometimes, some things look very legitimate and they turn out not to be. So it's best practice to make sure you do a thorough inspection always. No reason not to. All right, this one's good to go. So we checked the system and they did follow the correct paperwork. They reported everything the way they're supposed to. Not today, but at least we checked.
It's the luck of the draw. Sometimes you find weapons and sometimes it's seizable and sometimes it's not.
What's yaba?
I don't know.
You don't know? You never heard of yaba?
I don't know what it is.
I didn't ask you if you know what it is. I said if you heard of it.
I heard that it's a drug, but I don't know exactly what it is.
So right now we got a pill called yaba, half caffeine, half methamphetamine, controlled substance here in the U.S.
So yaba is produced in Asian countries, and especially in Thailand, they're actually referring to it as crazy medicine due to the stimulus that it gives these people that are actually using them.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Because now you know what you have, even though you never heard of it.
I know it's a drug, but I never saw it.
It's a drug in your bag that you claim possession to. So let's handcuff him.
Face the wall over here. Let's start getting the hands behind your back one by one, all right? There you go. You're under arrest for the importation of narcotics to the United States. You understand?
Yaba has become a big problem here in the United States, especially in the Asian communities. They're using it for raves and other type of club parties.
You're good, brother. It's a good day when, we take it off the street, we don't let it go out. We don't know whose hands it's going into. We don't know who's gonna end up getting it. It's a big deal.
We're gonna go ahead and just take a look and see if we find anything worth inspecting and then take it from there. Looks like handicrafts.
Looks like a shipment of cacao going over to Italy, so that's not a normal route for us.
We'll go ahead, run it through the x-ray, see if we can get a clear image. If there's any type of anomalies, then we'll open it up and see if there's any contraband or firearms concealed within it. Fill that on. Awesome, thank you.
The x-ray image looks consistent with the product. It's good for now.
Is that a speaker? Yeah. So here we have what looks like it might be a speaker. Passenger flights normally, when they do take cargo, could be maybe, 20, 30 pieces of cargo in one container, or it might just be that that particular flight is only taking that one piece of cargo. And that's why there was only one box there, which is kind of rare. Pop this open. There's 1 or 2 boxes. Definitely I'm opening them up and checking them. Looking like it's been manipulated before. It looks like it might be missing some screws too. Let me go to my tow bag, we can try taking the screws out. Yeah, this one isn't even screwed all the way. Yep.
Kind of heavy.
Pillow. Oh, I don't think a speaker's supposed to have a pillow.
Let's put these inside. Yeah. See what's in there. Oh.
Several weapons. We're gonna have to take this back to the office. That box will not be going to its final destination. I appreciate you carrying the heavy stuff. So when it comes to firearms in particular, we have to exert an extraordinary amount of caution dealing with the firearms because we do not know if they are loaded or not. So as a rule of thumb, we always treat all firearms as if they're loaded. So we have a specific procedure that we use in order to clear the weapon to make sure that there isn't any incidental discharges, any accidents, nothing of the sort. At least they're not loaded. A couple of pistols.
These are 30-round mags. The Glock.
A lot of accessories, grips.
Appears to be a mini AK-47. This is a good seizure considering all the violence that's going on in Trinidad right now. It's always good to take guns off the street. We don't really know to whom it was going to. A lot of times they use fake names or aliases, but this is a good catch.
It's most definitely a good seizure. These were meant to cause bodily harm and injury towards someone, whether it be an innocent person or another narco. So the effort that we put out there all together, it's worth it when you come across something like this. We definitely save lives.
The outbreak of a mystery virus that now has the World Health Organization on edge.
The CDC has sent workers to airports to check passengers from infected regions.
Hey guys, a little bit after midnight, we have direct flights from China.
Please have your passports out. We're checking passports.
CDC is going to begin active surveillance on JFK, LAX, and San Fran.
Ma'am, come on.
Hi, how are you?
CDC staff will conduct the symptom checks on every traveler from that visitor region.
Where are you coming from?
Customs and Border Protection. Passport, please.
It's going to be a long day, so ears up, eyes up, big thumbs up. Let CDC do their thing.
The rapidly spreading coronavirus is putting the U.S. and the world on high alert.
The president's travel ban preventing entry from 26 European countries.
The number of infections and deaths keep rising.
Today, the World Health Organization declared the coronavirus outbreak a global pandemic.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, everyone must wear face coverings and maintain social distance of 6 feet apart.
On any given day, we would normally have upwards of 38,000 passengers. During the height of the pandemic, our lowest day, we processed maybe 138 passengers.
Smuggling has not stopped. Smuggling will never stop. Maybe they changed their tactics, but so have we. We're going to continue to evolve and catch whatever comes our way, whether it's in the airport or any other type of environment. Now with fewer passenger counts here at the airport, the busier port of entries will be seaport and also land borders.
How you doing? What were you guys doing in Mexico? You live in Mexico, okay.
The second you cross those yellow dots, you have entered into the United States. How are you? Thank you, sir. The traffic never stops. They get a couple thousand cars on a daily basis.
Hello. Look at the camera.
The pedestrian border crossing, that's where people come in and get their documents checked, and we check if they have anything.
Anything in your pocket, sir? Okay, perfect, perfect.
From there, if there's any further discrepancies, that's where we do that pat down or whatever is needed.
This is your medicine? Yeah, so who's Tomas? Okay. How much do they pay you to bring it across? Nobody paid you, so you're just doing it for free? All right, buddy, well, it's not convenient today.
The Port of Nogales cargo facility will see anywhere from $6 to $9 billion of cargo coming through yearly.
¿Para dónde vas?
Voy a no saludarte, camarón. Upwards of 1,600 trucks daily. Due to COVID, we have seen an increase in seizures because entry has been restricted to only U.S. citizens and permanent residents. But the drug traffickers' production continues to increase, so they're coming through cargo to bring their load across. So now it's our job to find it.
Let's go have some fun. Good job.
Canine sweeps becomes part of routine.
Good boy. Here we go. Where's the good boy?
Buen día.
Where's Eat. Good boy. Good boy. I got an alert and an indication in the back of the trailer. Oh, yeah, boy. Yeah, buddy.
Canine alerted. The driver is transported to a pat-down area, and this truck was sent to the dock for further inspection. They're offloading it right now. Canine officer is going to inspect all the commodity, and then we also check the interior, the trailer. Does it feel like it's narrower than what I'm used to, or tall, or shorter than what I'm used to? Because we found them on the sides, on the roof, in the taillights. This is not. There's rust where there shouldn't be. On the floor, the sides have been carved out. Yes, there's something there. And so we're gonna start digging further. Okay, start working. You can try and lift them up.
Right.
Raise your forks, raise your forks, raise your forks. Oh, there it is.
We got it.
There we go.
We got it.
Where's the engine stand? Let's put it in there. It's more for safety, just in case it comes down on somebody. If it's anything like prior loads that are similar, it's the entire floor. And this is a 53-foot trailer.
What were you doing in Mexico?
He's been to the dentist to get some medicine.
Okay.
So what you got? Medication? The female was referred to me in secondary due to a computer-generated alert. ¿Qué es esto? No sé, ¿es suyo? ¿Sí? No.
Es un encargo que me dieron. ¿Para quién?
Bringing in medication for somebody else is a big red flag for us. Not only is it illegal for that person to do so without a prescription, but it also makes us wonder what else is really going on. These boxes are only supposed to have 12 pills. Each one has 18. And this box is only supposed to have 10, and she has 30. She's doubling up, tripling up on all the medicine, and then
They're not even for her.
and then the bottle was on top of it all bunched up. So she has all the medicine hidden.
No les va, porque es donde está todo el medicamento. Thank you. ¿Ven?
All right, come on.
Vienen con 12, tú traes 18 en cada caja. ¿Sí? Estas las tenías dobladas, escondidas. ¿Por qué? Estás escondiendo otras en esta caja.
A lo mejor pues lo pusieron ahí porque no tenían más cajas. Voy por mercancía.
Espera.
Para
So,
traer.
¿estas te las escondieron ellos en tu bolsa?
No, pues así me las dieron en la bolsa.
¿Quién te lo dio ese?
The load is not completely out yet. What do you think? Should we cut down the middle and then pull one at a time? Yeah, let's do that. One side first and then the other one. All right, time to get the jacks in there. There's another jack. Oh, it's right here. There it is. Start fishing out chorizos. Because of the packaging, we've started calling these chorizos, which is a sausage. So this is a truck full of chorizo with additional energy benefits. Or poison. Okay, we're cleared. I'll lay him down if you want to straighten him out. This was a substantial load. And this is probably just a pinprick what's coming through. Because Nogales is a crossroads. This is the reason why the cartels are bent on gaining control of this area. Because from here, it's a spider web. It'll spread from here all the way deeper into the country. So we try to be very, very enforcement-minded. We do a lot of inspections for this kind of results. 2 different size tubes were discovered, a long one and a short one. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a sample of each one of them and we're gonna test them. So I'll meet you over there. Over.
We have a female who has a bunch of medicine that she did not declare, And we're trying to figure out what this medicine is because she doesn't know what it is. She's bringing it across for somebody else. Strange, it's just an over-the-counter medicine.
What is it?
It's for warts and stuff like on your feet. So I don't even know why she had that hidden in there. In fact, all the medicine that she had with her today is legal medicine.
Este es antibiótico. Antibiótico no es controlado ni es ilegal. Pero lo que es ilegal es lo que estás haciendo. Estás escondiendo cosas en tu bolsa.
It's not illegal except the way that you're doing it. The boxes are loaded with more than what's supposed to be in it. None of it's illegal, but none of it's for her. She's bringing it for somebody in the U.S. who can't cross back and forth because all they have is a visa. So sending her back to Mexico, telling her not to bring it with her.
All right, go ahead and grab your stuff. You can't come back in with the medication, okay? Just let her get back in line.
Here, can you test the short tube first, please? If it's anything like similar loads, this is likely methamphetamine.
All right, so we'll take our sample. Cut this open. Actually, pills? Looks like it's pills.
So what we originally thought was just a single load of one type of narcotic. Turns out that there's possibly two different kinds.
Do we have the rapid response?
Okay.
I'm just gonna swab one of the pills. And I'm gonna stick it in the solution. And then I'm gonna take my test strip. The line is on the right side, so this is positive for fentanyl.
So the smaller package is gonna be the fentanyl pills. And right now we're gonna test with the larger tubes.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take just a sample.
This one's powder.
Analysis in progress. Methamphetamine.
So we have two different types of narcotics in there. One of them tested positive for fentanyl, and the other was methamphetamine. Mexico is the #1 producer of meth used in America, and roughly 97% of total meth seizures happen at the southern border. These truck drivers, a lot of times they don't know what they're carrying. Gonna take a picture. It looks like our final unofficial weight is 800 pounds of methamphetamine and 9 pounds of fentanyl with a value of $1.9 million. This is the largest meth seizure in port history. From here, we're gonna take it over to the vaults where all this is stored. And the next time they get seen is gonna be for destruction. To us, this is the justification of why we come to work. That's poison that's not gonna hit the streets, not gonna harm anybody's child. Makes you feel good.